This is Miss D for Six Women Sports. Please like, share, subscribe, and welcome to the D Block with me, Miss D at ADP. I want to give a shout out to Talking Ish Real Talk Sports with Keisha and Steady Serving Broad with Glowcrawl and KSAP, Simply Ball Dropping Family at ADP Art Creations. And usually ADP, she probably be up soon on the D Block here. And so I have a few things I want to discuss. This has been a very interesting week and weekend for the WNBA. Today's games, Kelsey Mitchell, put on a performance tonight, 38 points, and she led the uh, comeback for the Fever. They was losing the game most of the game, and she took the game to overtime and took them home. Of course, you have Asia Wilson. Uh, at her reign, she last I would say 8 games, but the last 5 games have been over 30 points. So I want to talk about that. And you had also the Dream and the Valkyries. I had to check the score on that, but you also have uh the Lynx. The Lynx beat the Liberty. Hey, Reddy, how you doing? So and they had a big victory against the Liberty. I'm sorry, and they're the only team with single-digit wins. I mean, losses, excuse me. And you have the Storm who lost today in a close one. They tried to come back, they couldn't get to it, and they lost to the Phoenix Mercury. Now they are vying for that final playoff spot, and they could have distanced themselves tonight, but they lost, and so did the Sparks. So they kind of even. Um, let's see, it's coming down the wire with them two. So let's get to it. You know, Kelsey Mitchell never get a lot of credit, and everybody want to talk about the player, but and Aaliyah, and rightfully so for Aaliyah. Now, Caitlin, she's a great player, but um, we know who is the real MVP. Usually, when she play well, they win. And so she had 38 points, and they was getting destroyed the first 3 quarters, and I had to go back and watch it. And I said, you know what? Let me. I can't watch this game. And so I turned it off. And then I turned it back on, and then late third quarter, early fourth quarter, Kelsey Mitchell was just everything that she threw up just went in. And the late third quarter, they came back. And mid fourth quarter, they came back because they were still losing by at least like 9 or 10 points. And they took it to overtime, and Kelsey Mitchell hit 2 big threes, and that was just it. So let me share my screen. Fair use, fair use. Hold on 1 second. Let me share my screen. Let me take this down. So let me share my screen here. And if you can, go back and watch that game. I had to go back and watch the full game. Let me share my screen. Hold on 1 second. Let me take this down. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen right here. So let's see some of the highlights. Fair use, fair use. Return this. Okay, here we go. I had to turn the volume down. So here we go. Hold on. Hello, hey, how you doing, Gamble 310? Okay, hold on. Let me go back. Commercials, commercials, commercials. Go on. Now we know how valuable Aaliyah Boston is, but AB. Now see, they was down 13, and she just went on the heater. That was like the second quarter. Hold on. Ah, it's not showing up. Hold on. Okay, why it's not showing up on my page? Okay, hold on. Tell me if you can see it in the chat. So I'm gonna fast forward here. Okay, I don't see it. Hold on. Thanks for hanging in with me, guys. Okay. Okay. Here we go. There we go. Can't get the video up. Well, okay, here we go. I'm sorry about that. All right, hold on. I have to turn it down a little bit. Let me see. Make it bigger. So here's some of her highlights. You know, second half she was more aggressive, passing to her teammates, and it was down like 20. So they're still down big, and that was like the second quarter. Make this a little bit bigger. So they're still down 19. And it's the third quarter. She just started hitting her shots, getting into her groove, hitting threes, anything she wanted, she was just hitting on it all day, and nobody could stop her. You know, you had a pretty good defender in Sanaya Rivers, and of course she had Mabry, but I wouldn't call her a defender. So she took advantage of the rookie and Mabry all game, and they were just inching closer every possession. Now look, they were still down big right there. That's down 12 and one, so down 11 over Sanaya Rivers, and the game still looked like it was kind of lost. Look at that, bam. So it's down 14 once again. Ooh, on a heater, down 11 with 6 minutes to go. Now it's down 2 with 1:55 to go. Great passing from her. Once again, pass out. She get the ball back, drive, slicing the hole, and one. Unstoppable. When she put her head to the on the ground, can't stop her. And this is OT. It's the first of her mini threes. Oh, not yet. So OT, they took the lead, 86-84, and watch her put it away. Step back, bam. Another, here we go. The game was still in doubt. Step back, bam, splash. So yeah, Kelsey Mitchell was she was doing it, doing her thing. And we talk about the Fever. We always talk about Caitlin Clark and Leah Boston. And one of the reasons why they knew that she'd be important, they cored her. Now she wanted to leave, but they did. They call it a core, where they do like in NFL, where they kind of pick you up and assign you, and you have no way to go leave. So she wanted to leave the Fever, but they decided that they want to keep her. So yeah, they decided they wanted to keep her, and now we know why. I mean, she's the most important player in the league. Well, I'm sorry, in the league and with the Fever. So yeah, Kelsey Mitchell, 38 points. They still in the hunt. They have 9 games to go. They're not going to play until Friday, so they got a chance to rest up. Not Lexi Hall, I'm sorry. Black belt Sophie Cunningham is injured. And so, you have to rely more on, of course, the duo of Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and even Odyssey Sims, who had like 18, 19 points. And so this team, they still hanging in there. I mean, let's give Stephanie White her credit. A lot of Fever fans want her fired. Well, I don't know. She is one of the best coaches in the league, and she's proven that. She's proven that she's one of the best coaches in the league. I can't get my camera right. So let's talk about A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson has been on a tear, and the with her playing like that, it's really helped. It has really helped the Aces. Um, so let's look into it. Let me share my screen. I mean, MVP. They wanted to give it to Fee. Her average is 22.3 and 10 rebounds a game, 3.3 assists, and 1.6 steals. The last games that she scored, most of the games she scored um, at 30s. The win with Dallas, she had 31 minutes. She scored 34 points. The game with Phoenix, 34 minutes, 30 points. The game with the Liberty, 34 minutes, 17 points, and 16 rebounds. So either she get like her 30s or a double double. Connecticut, she had 32 points with 20 rebounds. Seattle, she had 29 and 12, and Golden State 27 and 7. So in all these games that she scored over 30, of course, they wins for the Aces, who look kind of dangerous right now. Asia's unstoppable. You have Jackie Young being Jackie Young, Kelsey Gray with her veteran leadership, and she is the point guard. And you know what? I dogged her out as far as I said, why they have Kirsten Bell on their team? And Kirsten Bell played pretty good yesterday, and so she been playing pretty good off the bench, pretty decent off the bench. And Alyssa Smith is giving them a lot of great playing time. So they're very dangerous. The Aces are very dangerous, and we're gonna see. We're going to see. Now, what is going on with the Liberty? The beginning of the season, they was blowing everybody out, and Natasha Cloud looked like she's on her way to like looking like an MVP or a steal. Now she's still playing decent, and Stewie out, Jaquel Jones is in, or Jaquel Jones is out and Stewie in, so they cannot get to their bigs. They can't play at the same time. It's either one is out and one is in, and that's affecting the team. And somebody mentioned that they miss Laney Hamilton, but not your Lady Hamilton, and they also miss Kayla Thornton, who they left unprotected, who's now with the Vox. And yeah, of course she's injured now, but they just missing some pieces that they had last year. They don't have this year. They're not as deep as they was last year. And today they lost to the day before they lost to the Lynx, and the Lynx look like they're hitting their stride. Dejanay Carrington looks like a player that they needed, and she fits right in. But she'll fit right in with a lot of teams. Defense travels, and so that's what's going on with them. Let me see. I want to go over some scores. So we have some good games today. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Let me go back. So let me share my screen here. This is the final game today, and So the Dream beat the Valks 79-63. Okay. I had to go back and watch that. I had to rewatch some games earlier. Um, like I said, the Kelsey Mitchell game, I had to turn off for a minute, but they came back and won, and I was like, okay. So she's the heater, and even Caitlin and others said she's MVP. But so the Dream, that was a good win. The Valks are, even though they said they're a expansion team, they're a team that's hard to beat. They play good as a team, even though they have some injuries with Kayla Thornton, who's their leading scorer, but they have other players to step in. So today's games was pretty good. The matchups were pretty good. They had playoffs implications. Let me go inside here and see. Let me take this and remove it right quick. I want to see some of the box scores from this game because okay. Let me type this in. So now they took over first place. Like the Liberty was going to run away with it. There you go. Okay, let me share my screen. So Ryan Hara's back. She led all scorers for the Dream. She had 14 points. Nas Hillman had 12. Brianna Jones 13. And so, and also Alicia Gray with 13. So they had a pretty balanced scoring. Nobody over 20. That's a pretty balanced score. So Pow Pow's playing pretty good off the bench. She had 10 points. High score off the bench. And Veronica Burton continue to play very well for them. And you have some players off the bench for the Valks. Letitia Amir here, 7 points. And Kate Martin poured in 7 points. That's a big win for them. I know that they missing Kayla Thornton, but that team still play together. They still play hard. You still have Burton on the team, and so it's still a team that can give you problems. And so they still in a hunt compared to the Storm, who lost today, and the Sparks, who lost today. So they still can move up closer. And the Dream are starting to pick up here. They 22-12, and they had a big win today on the road. So that's pretty good for them. Let me stop this here. So, you know, the Sky once again this weekend got crushed, and some rumors about Angel packing it in, but she's practicing with the team. She still has a back injury, and this team That's not going nowhere. So she's just taking her time. She didn't quit on her team. Angel's not a quitter. Um, that's weird that they have that narrative about Angel that she's a quitter, but nobody says that about Caitlin Clark. They just want her timetable for coming back. Um, but the way Kelsey Mitchell is playing, don't rush it. She don't have to rush coming back. And um, Kelsey don't give a lot of credit, and so it's not the same thing. They always want to compare Angel with Caitlin Clark, and they just two different players. And we see that without the player, they can win games, and they're still in the hunt for the playoffs. And so her situation is different than Angel. This team cannot win without Angel. This team needs Angel, and they're not a playoff team right now. So for Angel, if she kind of shut it down, it's not quitting. Back injuries are very tricky like that. You don't want to injure your back trying to come back, and there's really nothing really to play for. And so, you know, Angel's not a quitter. So we need to get rid of that narrative in the league, or well, the fans need to get rid of that narrative, and we really need to just appreciate Angel and the things that she brings to the team. If you're a Sky fan or just an Angel fan, more of an Angel fan than a Sky fan. My team is not in the NBA anymore, WNBA, and that's the Trey shot. But hey, what do I know? But yeah, I'm looking forward to these games tonight. Was pretty good. Like I said, I had to go back and watch my well the Dream and Box game, and that's a game that has some playoff implications. And the Valks just I think to a certain extent the injuries is catching up with them a little bit. So yeah, no, she can't. Okay, okay, no, she can't win for losing. Yeah, people talking about she a quitter and people making videos, but where's the video for where is the video for Caitlin Clark, who you see her on the sideline and she's very animated. Now with a groin injury, you're not gonna be doing all that moving and bouncing around. But here, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry about that. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if she's injured or not injured, because one thing you want to do with certain injuries, like you don't see Angel bouncing up and down with that back injury. So that's the worst thing you could do is be doing all that movement and bouncing and doing the things she do is kind of strange. One second. Ah. Yeah, she was playing good before she got injured. But CC wasn't. And so, the speculation that she was kind of got frustrated by the season, Yeah, like why would you be kicking? Like even on the sideline, she's jumping up and down and very animated, and that's the last thing you want to do. It's not. It's not that she's on the sideline. One second. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So yeah, CC was playing, up and down before she got injured. Angel was playing very well when she got injured. She was still doing double doubles, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, I don't know if she's injured or not. But hey, how you doing?
Hey, Miss D.
Hey, you get a
Can
chance
you,
to watch the games? I was trying to
girl?
get you. Can you hear
No,
me?
I
Oh,
yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't watch no games today. I was trying to listen to Keisha and them in the car
oh yeah.
and stuff, and we
I was
was
teasing them earlier. They was she was doing the game.
yeah. So I was listening to them in and out of the car because we was running errands and stuff today. And then Casey had my phone and my battery went dead. He like Minecraft, so he done my battery went down.
Oh wow.
So I didn't catch the end of their show today, but It's it's okay. I'm gonna watch the playback, but they did good today. They did good,
Yeah.
calling the game.
So what you think about the what I just did? You see it?
I said only Miss D.
And look, I don't know why it's not turning no more. I don't know what happened.
I
I
said
don't.
when I saw that, I was like Miss D. I said she
I
could
tried. I tried.
no.
It
Look,
look okay?
everybody's property is different.
Yeah. That's what a turn rotator was earlier. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I was like, what was? I said, let me look. I zoomed in. I said, oh, that's me and Miss D up there.
Uh-huh. I wanted to, if we go on together, have something to, the best I can. But yeah. I mean, go back and watch Kelsey Mitchell. Look, I almost turned the game off because they was I said, it's gonna be a blowout. The Sun gonna win, but they showed that they kind of, they had some veterans, of course, with Mabry and certain players, but they still kind of young in a certain extent. But Sanaya Rivers had a pretty good game. But they couldn't hold on to the lead. Kelsey Mitchell, once she decided that she was gonna do what she do, they could not stop it. They could not stop her. And then Asia, her continue having what 30 points is very the last at least out of the 5 games, out of three out of 5, she had like 30 points and close to like a double double. And they beat the Dallas Wings at home. And Seattle Storm, they tried to come back, but they lost to the uh the Phoenix Mercury. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah.
Well, I think I was hoping that Sanaya and them pulled it off today, or whatever. I'm gonna say this when it comes to that team and the player.
Hmm.
They remind me of the Kansas City Chiefs. I keep going back to that because now
Hmm.
the Kansas City Chiefs is like the favorite. It used to be the Cowboys. They could win or lose. They still was on top. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
with the Kansas City Chiefs, last year they had a problem with the refs.
Right.
They didn't have with the refs, but the refs were cheating for them.
Right.
So this year, I think or whatever, a lot of those refs got fired, and they
Mm.
either got suspended.
Mm.
What happened was this is the different effect when it comes to women's sports and men's sports. Because when women stand up for what they believe in concerning sports, they gotta fight like hell. Sorry, excuse my language, but they have to fight like that, right? To get their point across. Now, within the year, they was talking about the refs. Different teams, different organizations were talking about these refs, right? And all of a sudden, WNBA season start, the refs getting fired, they getting suspended. Why can't the WNBA do that for our players? Why can't they
Right.
invest in refs? Because every time, and this is the thing, guys, and this is what's gonna happen. And I did see a clip, but I hurry up and scroll past it because I'm like this. Um,
Mm.
Stephanie White, Stephanie White was like she was in tears, and she was saying like, they counting us out and all this kind of stuff. What bothers me is
Mm.
when it comes to the truth, people
Mm.
don't want to hear it.
Well, you know what? The
You got to,
fans, they need to appreciate Stephanie White.
yeah,
She is a good, she's a great
no,
player. I mean, great player,
yeah,
great coach. Because
she
look,
is a great coach, but
you come back and had these injuries. Look, she had an injury to uh her veterans.
yeah,
Then Ari McDaniel, McDonald was playing pretty good with them. She's
Miss
a great
D.
fit. Uh-huh.
I know Stephanie White is a great coach, and
Mm-hmm.
she has great skills. But
Right.
when you condone things that are not right, how long do you expect that to work? How long do you expect?
What you mean she condone? What you talking about? What did she condone?
Miss D, what you
Huh?
been? Where have you been?
What? What you mean? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm for real.
I'm not saying her coaching. I'm not saying her skills.
Uh-huh.
Backing someone that you know is wrong, when you see people doing wrong, when you see the team acting up, when you know certain things are not right, and you go along with it, how long do you expect that to last? And what I'm saying is, I'm talking about right is right and wrong is wrong concerning this particular team.
Yeah.
Do they
I
have
mean,
do they have great players? Yes. Have they made a name for themselves? Yes. Can they get better? Yes. But when you in the midst of something that you know is wrong, and it's okay because it works in your favor, how long do you expect for that to last?
you talking about with Caitlyn?
No, I'm talking about overall.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not getting what you're saying. Oh, you saying she cheating?
That's not what I'm saying. We
Hey,
are
hey, Mr. Sims, 2020. I don't
no,
know.
when
I don't get what you're saying.
we
Go ahead.
already know that when they play home, this is why I said they remind me of Kansas City.
Oh,
We
I know
already
what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
when
But you know what?
when
That's
they
not her fault. That's not that's
cheat,
not her fault. They
it
getting the calls because at the time because of
listen,
CC.
I'm not saying it's her fault, but she's
Uh huh.
condoning those pressers. She's condoning certain things in those pressers. They can't do no wrong. And we see that they be acting up, but they can't do no wrong. And quit saying people are counting you guys out. You think people count you guys out as a team? It's not
But
that. It's
you know
deep.
what it is. You know what it is. It's not that she's saying that. Remember, you have to understand.
I'm not.
Every time she
I'm
lose,
not talking
they
about.
said they want her fired.
I'm,
So that's why they saying that.
no, I'm not just talking. I'm talking about it overall. I'm not
I
just
know
talking.
that. I know
Yeah,
that. What I'm saying is they say, oh, every time she lose, she fired, and Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell are bums. So
that's
I know what
not.
you're saying. I know what you're saying, but that's how the fans and she feeling the heat from that.
No, no, no. I'm not talking about Stephanie White personally. if she feeling the heat, when you get
Right.
in the presser and you condoning that type of behavior, and you know they were not right in the, you know they were not right with something they did or something they didn't do, you're going along with the program. I don't care how good you are. When you go along with the program and you know it's not right, how long do you think that's going to last?
Yeah.
Quit
I
blaming
mean,
the quit blaming everybody outside. Everybody wants everybody to win. I don't care. I don't have a problem with any team if they go get us, if they want to win, whatever the case may be. I have no problem with that. The problem I have is when you condone that type of behavior, when you allow it. I ain't gonna say condone, but when you allow certain behavior, it doesn't just have a reflection on one person. It has a reflection on the whole team.
yeah. I mean, it do,
And
but
then you have people looking at the team a different way, not because they don't want them to win, because we all sitting right here
right,
and you're sitting right there and you're watching certain things happen.
right.
It's okay. It's okay by any means to have your players back, but what are we teaching them at the same
Yeah.
time? Because you got she's a great coach. She has the talent on that team. You
Well,
know,
I don't think she could donate, but
she
you
has
say
the
she could donate, but I think she feels the pressure, as far
I
as
Miss it
I
doesn't
don't know. I don't think she could donate. I just think
it
that
Miss D, she sat in
uh
a presser. She sat in a presser when the
okay.
player did something she that was not right. She had her back in the miss. How do you have somebody back when you see and know they did wrong?
Who had her back? What you talking about? Tell me. I don't know. Tell me. I don't know.
Miss D,
Don't
never.
say that. I don't remember. I don't.
It's been a lot of times. It's not just one
Okay,
time.
okay. Tell me what
It's
what
not
how
just
what
it's not
what
just with one player. You listen, when you're playing the game of basketball, right?
okay.
It's okay to play physical. It's okay to root for your players. It's okay to stand 10
Right.
toes for your players. But
Now
when you
who's playing dirty? I mean, who did she stand up for? That's what I'm saying, ADP. You just you saying something
miss
I don't remember that.
overall team, it doesn't matter who it's an
Oh, you
over.
talking about Lexi and maybe a little bit of Leah Boston
I'm not,
doing dirty stuff?
it's an overall. It's the overall team, and I guess
No,
that's
but it can't be the overall team because everybody not playing like that on that team.
what this is not about.
You know
What?
what I'm trying to say? Everybody is
No,
only two people got a reputation of that. Only two people, and that's Lexi, not Lexi, Sophie Cunningham, and I keep saying Lexi, Sophie Cunningham, Black Belt Sophie, and Leah Boston with them elbows.
no, Miss D.
But
They
what is
all
you talking about?
they all in on it because they're watching it.
No,
Nobody gets exempt. No, they're watching it. Anytime that's what I'm.
what you mean they watching it? You talking about the team?
Oh my gosh.
No, tell me. Are you talking about the refs, the team? What are you hitting to? That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. She knew that before she took the job, Mister. Yeah, she did.
She knew what? I you know what? No, what? No, 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 no. So you talk about ADP. Hey, hey, Victory, how you doing?
Camilla, you're right. Because she feeling it, but I don't. You know what? I don't know. Like that probably could have went down like that too, but you got to remember she couldn't even deal with a personal family matter. She was going to be out for the rest of the season, and it was like you got to come back here. So imagine dealing with that. Imagine
Right.
dealing with the fans issue, dealing with the players, dealing with your players, because you have to. Never mind, I ain't even gonna say
Yeah.
you got to follow the leader, and the leader is not you. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that. But
Well, she is the leader, but
she
I think you
she's a
know
leader.
what?
Has to follow another leader. They say you have to come
So
back.
CC the leader.
No, that's not what I said, Miss D. I said she is a leader
Okay.
but she has to follow another leader,
Now
and that
who's the
and that
leader though?
Her boss, the other leader, say you got to come in here. You got to finish this job,
Of
regardless of.
course. Well, I did. Yeah, they was insensitive. But I'm trying to get back to what you were saying.
Oh,
How is Stephanie White condoning whatever you say she condoning?
go back and watch the replays, Misty. Go back and watch the replays.
Let me type this in. Let me. Because
All
I
you
don't
got to
get.
do is go watch the
Which
press.
game was it? What games? What game in the presser?
It's a Miss D.
No, I don't know. Because I don't really watch a lot of the pressers. Huh?
No, really, Miss D. I know,
I
Miss.
don't. I don't know. I mean, I'm serious. You
You
trying?
gonna have
I'm
to go.
not. I'm not
You
trying to be funny.
no, you're gonna have to go back and look at various pressers concerning this team. Go back and look at the pressers. Go back, yeah. Look at the pressers. You're gonna see it. You gotta see it, and then you know what I'm saying. Take your time watching. The
Okay,
different
hold
ones.
on. Okay, let me see this one. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. So
You
I'm gonna
you
do
got.
this.
It's not hard to find. Like it's not. What I'm saying is what I'm saying about it is what I'm telling you about. It's like starting from the beginning of the presser. But
Okay,
it's
hold
not.
on. I'm gonna
It's
show you this presser. Hold on. Let's look at this. Cause I'm confused. I don't really watch. That's what I'm saying. Like, huh? Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen, and we're gonna look at it. It says Stephanie White breaks down in tears. You know when they beat uh the Sun. Let's see something. Hold on, is this the right one? Where is the one when she break out in tears? I think that's it. I hope so.
and that's the thing too. Read it Milky Way. People be seeing the receipts dropping, but sometimes that's even in life. We be seeing stuff going on, and sometimes we don't pay it no attention, and we be like, "Yeah, God, you did send us this time," but we won't
Hold
pay
on, let me
attention.
see. Let me see if
And
that's it.
and that's right about the Stevie Wonder comment because you can see it.
See, I don't watch the press. That's what I'm saying. You watching something that I haven't watched.
Out, it comes up on
Okay,
my
hold
TikTok
on. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? Let me see.
with that particular team, but it pops up on my person. Well, I do like Lexi Hall, and I like
Okay, here you go.
Mitchell.
Here you go. Hold on. Let me see if I could pop it up.
What is it about this group, the resiliency, things like what happened to Sophie? What is it about them that seems to bring the best out of them?
It's gonna be hard to talk about without getting emotional. I mean, first and foremost, they're good human beings. They're selfless, they're tough. They don't care who gets the credit. They don't care whose day it is. They just they got something inside of them that you just can't teach. And we they bring it out of each other. And it allows us to go through these incredibly tough times that we're going through, and always gives us a chance. And I'm just so incredibly proud of them for continuing to believe, for continuing to pull together, for continuing to step up. I mean, every single person on this roster impacts winning for us. And every single person on this roster is valued for how they impact winning, whether they play a second or not. They give and give and give to this team. And I'm thankful for this group.
Oh wow. Okay. So okay, that didn't really show much, but maybe you know some. I don't know.
That's not it, Miss T.
I know, but maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not it. But
So it says that Reddit. Hold on. Sophie Cunningham. T. Carmella says Sophie Cunningham attacked Bria Harley online. Um, type it in the chat. T. Carmella. What What where can I find that? I know, I ain't take it like that. No, I know, I understand.
No, I knew what Rita was talking about. I knew she wasn't talking about you.
Yeah, but that's why I call her Black Belt Sophie. You know, she's a black belt, so that's why I got that name from. So yeah, she's a Black Belt Sophie. I'm gonna have that every time we talk about her. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna bring that slide up. I can't. I'm learning how to do the slides. But yeah, okay. I had to go back and find these pressers. But so is it on is it on X T Carmella? She is a black belt, but I think she's a weak black belt. Yeah, I have threads. How do I? Let me see. Hold on, let me see something. Let me check it out. Hold on. So tell me, okay, say something about you said that Stephanie White was you know
What?
ADP.
Huh? What you say?
No, I said say something. Why you say Stephanie White is uh causing these problems as far as she letting stuff go
That's
that
not.
shouldn't go on.
I did not say Stephanie White was causing problems. That's not what I said.
No, but no, you said she condoned something.
You have to watch the presses. I guess you have
I
to
don't know.
I guess you have to protect your players whether they do right or whether they do wrong.
Well, publicly, of course, you're not gonna say you ain't gonna, if that's what you want. No coaches do that publicly.
Well, you
You
know
know what
what?
I mean?
Well, okay. I mean, it's all good. I'm just saying. Um, yeah, it couldn't be me. And it's not what you say, it's how it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So, but when you be like, yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
think you could pull it up. Can you pull up on your channel? Because I think you could do it. You could pull it up. Remember how I did? I pulled some up on your live ADP.
I'm on,
See if you could pull it up.
I'm on, I'm on the
What it
phone
said.
today. My laptop
Oh,
in my bag.
oh, okay. So it says Sophie Cunningham's family went off. Okay, hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna type in this Yahoo Sports. So I'm gonna type it in and then try to share it. Yahoo Sports. So it might pop up here.
Really, I was trying to give you one. Oh,
Hold
when
on.
you come on the live, but the last one I did, I didn't see you.
I'm gonna,
And
I'm gonna get I'm gonna get everybody mods. I'm sorry, I just haven't.
I
Hey
think
Tiffy, if you want to come up, you can.
I
Anybody
think
want to come up, So I'm
I
sorry.
think
Go ahead.
Carmela has. I think she has one. I have to go back and look because Brooklyn
Hold
did
on.
it with me on the live, and I learned how
Yeah,
to
he
do it.
showed me. I know how to do it too. I just had to I had to go in. Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen so it show up. um, so it didn't pop up right away. Let me see. Oh,
Huh?
here you go.
Oh, you
Sophie
got it.
Cunningham's sister slams ref. So she slams the refs.
Well, they're the American team. They can do what they
Sophie
want.
Cunningham's mom's sister blaster. Oh, she blasts the refs. She didn't necessarily blast Bria, but she blasts the refs.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. You want. Okay, let
That
me
was an
tell you.
innocent play. What happened was when I saw the play, when they both went for the rebound, her and Sophie and I think it was Bria Hartley. and they both went for the rebound. And Bria, they went down. She came down. Bria came down on Sophie's body, and close to her knee.
But why is it you cry victim, but you don't cry victim when you doing the same thing to other people? Let me
So can you see it?
um
Okay, can you see it now
let me see.
on the screen?
I see. Yeah, I see it.
Okay, I'm gonna read it, y'all. So it says,
Yeah,
hold on one second.
you can see it.
Because it's kind of small. I can't get it
Yeah.
big for some reason. Sophie Cunningham's mom and sister seem to have many issues with WNBA officiating. I can't even say it, but hold on, really? As dirty as Sophie play, didn't Sophie get into it? Who got into it with No, that was Chicago, but still, she get into a lot of the stuff too. So Sophie sustained an injury after Suns guard Bria Hartley tumbled into her under the basket, and the incident left the fever, agonizing pain before she was helped off the court. She was kind of crying a little bit. So the injury garnered plenty of reaction, including Sophie Cunningham's own family with her sister Lindsay and her mom Paula, taking to social media to call out the WNBA officiating and Hartley. What the hell did I have to do? Really? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Anyway, the injury garnered plenty of reaction. Okay, I already read that. So at WNBA, maybe you should focus less on finding players for commenting on poor officiating and more hiring officials that are able to call a consistent game and protect your athletes. Pathetic. Praying for you. Really? So Caitlin says prayers are for Sophie. Sophie's sister Lindsay and mom are calling out the league for finding players of poor officiating and Bria Hartley history as a out of control player. Oh, they got some nerve. Are they serious? They call her an out of control player. We talk about your. I know that you know that's your sister and that's your that's your daughter. But really, you called out Bria Hartley for being out of control. Now Sophie Cunningham always get into it. She got into it with not only Caitlin, but she got into it with Sheldon. Casey Sheldon. Can't even say her name, I'm sorry. So the mom deleted the post. Hartley is a disgruntled player having trouble everywhere she goes. She's playing mean and plays out of control, Paula wrote. Now she erased this because she knows she was wrong. It was immediately clear what Paula was referenced to in her post. But Hartley has been ejected from the Sun previous game and has been involved in an incident where she pulled Angel Reese's hair. Fever coach Stephanie White did not have a media update on Cunningham for reporters. And what else? Without Clark due to the injury. And she said her reaction to the injury was holy shh, especially the way she fell and how she was holding herself in so much pain. And she was in, at the time, it was like crap, White said. So really? Really? That's her family got some nerve. Can you believe that? ADP? Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can
As
believe it.
dirty as Black Belt Sophie is, they got the nerve to talk about Bria Hartley is out of control. But Black Belt Sophie ain't out of control.
Oh, why? See, I don't know why. Why?
And that, you know what? That was an innocent play. I watched that. That was not intentional. They was both going for the ball. She fell down. Right. You see the tweet?
I'm gonna say this. When you this is continuing the boy crowd wolf part 2. When you continue to do this, that's what I'm saying. It's enough is enough.
But see, I just can't believe her family that she would write that Hartley was dirty. That was not a dirty play. Go back and watch that game. It was very innocent.
Ms. D,
now Hartley do a lot of dirty stuff, but that was not it. That was not dirty because they was both going for the ball and she wound up laying, crashing down on Sophie, very innocent. It's a freak play. Right, saying some really crazy. What did she say? What did Sophie Cunningham say about um? She said something about I forget. It was kind of I forget. It was hater though. It was almost like Candace Parker. You know what? I don't condone it, but I could believe it. I just can't believe her mom and her sister. It ain't no fun when a rabbit has a gun. Her
Right.
right, right, right.
Right.
Her family left and
It,
condone her. Exactly. Go ahead, ADP.
there's no better way to say that.
Exactly. As dirty as she is, you gonna talk about she's out of control. Oh wow, that's very rich.
Contradict, contradicting. But
Wow.
this goes back to um the WNBA,
Exactly.
the WNBA organization. When are you going to put a stop to all of this, so you won't have one feel like they privilege and the other one feel like they're not, and they're two of the same people but different colors.
It was, you know what, Tiffy? That was not really a foul. They was going for the ball, and they fell. She fell down on Sophie Cunningham. Was not on purpose. Exactly. They was both going up for the rebound. And yes, Bria could be dirty, and she got into it with Errol Atkins after she pulled on Rebecca Allen, and there's some kind of crazy stuff to Angel, and yeah. I look. It's not the fact that the referees let physical play has been a part of the WNBA since the inception of the WNBA. The problem is them understanding what is a foul. That's their problem. Oh yeah, yep. It was Chicago Cheetah. How you doing? But I can't believe the mother and uh, did they watch the game? I mean, I know that's your daughter and that's your sister, but you took it all out of bounds. The referee and the referees, what you want them to call? It was a play where they both was going for the ball. It was a freak accident. What do you want them to do? You know, I don't understand that. You know what, Tiffy? You know what? She's not crying because her job was on the line. She was crying because the Indiana Fever fans and the people, not just the fans, but people around the so-called CC fans and the Fever fans. They different type of fans. Saying she should be fired. She's not a good coach, but she's doing a great coaching job because all these injuries they have, and to I don't know. No, no, I didn't say that. You do know before CC, um, Paige's friend, not Paige, AZ's friend Paige was supposed to be the next YT Hope, but Paige said, "I don't want none of that. I'll stand up with all the women, black, white, I don't care what color they are. I'm gonna stand up for all of them." And so AZ Fudd, she's mixed, I think. Um, yeah, the fans are very you know, they MAGA, and yeah, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her dad for doing that. Oh, you checked 3 times to see it was a foul? Did she kick someone in the gut? I don't know. I didn't see that. Exactly. And last year, Christy Sides was not a bad coach. She really wasn't. Um, she tried to do the same thing basically that White Steph White is trying to do, and that's to make Caitlin Clark an all around complete player and have her play off the ball instead of shooting the logo threes and everything like that. But Caitlin did not want size, so I'm sure she had a little more power and off, size was fired. But one thing I can say, Stephanie White has a great reputation with the um, Fever organization. Now she's from Indiana. She played with the Fever, so and she's a good coach. So she has some pull into. She's not size. She do have some respect for. They have some respect for her in that organization. So I don't think they're gonna just be quick to pull the trigger on that. I'm trying to fire her because if they fire Stephanie White, she has a great reputation around the league. Then I don't see any. They're gonna have like a Tyler Marsh type coach, inexperienced coach to come there because they're not gonna get the top coaches to come play. I mean, coach, Caitlin Clark because it's gonna be a bad rep on Caitlin Clark. They're gonna say, what's going on with this? Every time certain things happen, coaches get fired. So no real coach want that. So Caitlin Clark better chill out, or you're gonna get a Tyler Marshmallow as your coach. She was trying to go for the rebound. I don't think she did it on purpose. You talking about Sophie, or you talking about Bria? Cause I didn't see that. Yeah, yeah. They not gonna get Steph White because Jeff is there. You know, ADP.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just talking. Oh,
Huh?
sure. No, I said I'm just a talking. I'll share it in a minute. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Go ahead. I mean, what you have to say? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all these.
What about who?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I forgot. Somebody did get kicked in the gut in that game. Cause I know that it was very physical. Howard was you know. Oh, yeah. I don't blame him. Exactly. She do all type of stuff. But hold on, let me drop this. I'm sorry. But go ahead, ADP. What you wanted to say
About what?
about what you think about Sophie Cunningham family, sister and mom, and trying to paint Bria Harley as an angry player, and compare it to how sometimes Sophie be out of control.
I already told that. That's what I'm saying. Um,
Ain't that kind of contradictory? That's like, I mean, come on, you have a reputation too. You fight
it
everybody
is
too.
not surprising. It is, but it's
Nah,
not surprising. It's not surprising at all.
but yeah.
So they just
Yeah,
have to,
she playing ball,
anything
right?
anything that they do, they got to make
Hmm.
sure that it applies to everybody across the board and not certain people that feel like they are privileged. Because if anything happens after this, it's definitely privilege, even though we already know it's privilege.
Right.
So, okay, make it make sense.
I agree, but I don't want them to change it because the NBA. One of the reasons why the NBA is going down or has been down, I said the last 15 years, because they stopped allowing physical play.
No, I'm
And,
not
oh,
saying
go ahead. Oh, okay.
no, it's not wrong physical play or whatever.
Right.
There's a
But
difference with physical play and somebody on a mission.
that's true. That's true.
That's a big,
But the problem is, somebody said the problem. You do know that they need more training. The refs.
yeah. We know
You know,
that.
they part time, and they also need every time they do make a mistake, because refs can't catch everything. When they make a mistake, allow them to make the mistake. Don't punish them for making mistakes. and train them, and then be precise on what is a foul. But
They have to be, they it's so. Oh my gosh, these refs so rigged that it's ridiculous because um they just gravitate more to the privilege than they do the overall players. You know, they
that's
don't.
true.
Angel, the Chicago Sky is the black sheep of the WNBA, and I say that because they can't catch a break. They don't get them calls. They see right through it. They see it when every time this particular team plays at home, they are on attack. There's difference between being physical and being just doing stuff out of control.
Right. Well,
And
it-
it's every time somebody play over there, they doing extra. They doing it because they're allowed to. This is goes back to me saying this. They are allowing them to go over and beyond being physical, and they're not doing anything about it. So when I see my Twin Towers and Double A reacting, I don't care how they play the rest of the game. I don't, because
hey, Tiffy.
you watching them get attacked, and you ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
favorite.
how you doing?
Is favorite. That's their dream team.
Yeah. It is. That's the team. Even though she's been injured. That's the team that's the league want to allow to do certain things. But yeah.
It's a matter of time, because and that's what I was saying when I was watching last season in the NFL. I'm like, I'm watching it. I know they see it. I know they see it. And then how are you? My whole thing is, how are you as players, and you see it and you know it's not right, but you don't say anything because your team is winning.
Yeah.
That's you're condoning it. If you don't say anything and you go for what's wrong, you are part of it. Whether you protecting your players or not, or you protecting your team or not. And then how you think the other team supposed to feel after they know this is what's going on. Get out of here. This is crazy work.
Tiffy, are you there?
I see Tiffy.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey. So what you think about Sophie Cunningham family going after Bria Harley and the refs and then erasing what they said a few minutes later?
Um, yeah, I mean, I agree with y'all on this. I think what ADP said is very um, important. The idea that the Fever set this dangerous standard of, well, we have home court advantage, so we can play extra rough. And that was happening all game. Now, I don't think what happened with Bria and Sophie is just a regular contact. Basketball is a contact sport. We saw the same thing happen to Angel, and she's been dealing with a leg injury for almost 2 months now because of it. And the refs didn't call anything. So get in the gym. I don't know. No, but seriously, um, being stronger could help, but at the same time, you can't blame it on the reps. When your sister was beating up this team, physically beating on JC earlier in if anything, it's just poetic. And it's a full circle showing you that whatever you put out, it will come back towards you. Now I do hope that, she recovers because injuries suck regardless, but the family chiming in and just listen, does she want to be a basketball player or does she want to be a newscaster for Fox? She needs to decide because you cannot. I think it's very unprofessional to both her and Aaliyah Boston actually. It's very unprofessional to be on a podcast in the middle of the season talking crap about active players. That's very unprofessional.
Right.
Right, I agree. I mean, but like you said, it's karma because not only with J.C. Shelton, but she been calling herself the force. Now she called herself that too, sort of, kind of. So now you want to complain, and it wouldn't have been a forcer play. It was just an innocent play. Um, y'all was both going for the ball, and it's just a freak accident. So I don't know what you want, Bria Hartley, just because it was Bria. If it was any other player, would you have said that Sophie family? Would you have said that this person I control and this person has a reputation? Just because it was Bria that was under the basket with her, now she's dirty. It was innocent play.
And
There was
go ahead, Tiffany.
no, I was gonna just say there was something about any black player. I'm sorry. I lived in
Right.
Missouri for many years. I know her type. They can't hide it.
Mm-hmm.
Yup, it might have been racial. You're right. Could have been. Because come on now. She's out of control, the kind of buzzwords.
Well, it's kind of
Like,
like they got
one.
things set up. Like you got the player doing it. It's kind of like them two are in cahoots together and doing what
Right.
they're, because it's the exact same thing but a different person.
Right.
When it comes to stuff like that, but you can't keep crying wolf and think everybody gonna back you up. If you're gonna talk the talk, you better walk with it, because everybody don't come from the same breed. So you already know when them pits come, they tear you down. It's just a matter of time, because she been doing it too much. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. I agree. But somebody said something about Angel is on I don't think she copied let me see who said that. Do we think I think Angel copied
It not be intentional.
AJ.
It may be on accident.
Yeah.
But this goes back to quit dishing it out if you cannot take it.
Oh, right. Right.
And
Exactly.
with her, it's beyond physical. It's just terrible. It doesn't look good.
Right. But I know I understand what you were saying at the beginning. But I think I
They
would say yeah. Yeah, but you know what? The dirty deaconess. That's what I call Leah Boss in the fun in a playful way, because she's very deep religious, but she can get physical, and she complaining to the refs in the game last night. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, but I
Oh,
want to check. So hold on, Reddit. Tell me where is that on Twitter where they said she was copying Angel was copying Asia. Because I haven't seen it. I want to pull it up if you get a chance. But keep talking about the
It's
Sophie.
crazy.
Oh, AZ Foot Father. Let me see if that I can find that. AZ.
yeah. I'm losing my voice. I hate K-Sap. I'm losing my voice, so that's why. And I'm sick right now. So my voice is like 2 octaves lower than usual, but I can still drag Sophie Cunningham, and that's all that matters.
Oh yeah. Come on now. Her family, they need to quit. I'm just like, really?
It's just crazy. Why they always do that, Tiffany? Why they always throw their hands up and then run and hide? You know what I'm saying? Why you always doing that?
Right. You want to be a horse star, then when you get injured, you want to blame somebody, and it was just a freak accident. Like,
But that's the thing. Like, okay, Sophie, like, chest up. We're gonna see, like, is she actually an enforcer or not? She has a podcast episode to film this week. What's she gonna say? Because trust and believe, Bria Hartley may have, done some players dirty, but if Sophie comes sideways, that podcast, she's gonna get it, because you cannot act like you was not knucking if you bucking, girl. So
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if somebody going to get on her about what her sister and mom said. Because look, let's say that happened to Angel, right? And that was Angel who hurt her knee, and Sophie, uh, fell down her knee, but by mistake, like what Bria Hartley did. And Angel mom went out to Sophie. How would the fans would jump on Angel and not Sophie?
Well,
See
they
how,
do
see
that.
how that worked?
know
They
how
would
they
say, "Oh, Angel, you a crybaby. You ain't tough." And Angel's mom was out of bounds. But why? Okay, how come Sophie, mom and sister get away with this? How can they get a chance to get away with that?
they're probably gonna get dragged on the if anything they may get dragged on the socials by people saying, like making an example like we did for us. You know what I'm saying? What Tiffany say, if you duck, what she say, if you buck you duck or something like that.
If you nuck, if you buck, nuck, if you buck. That's the song. Nuck if you buck, nuck if you buck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they'll probably do something like that. But when people are privileged and they think they can do whatever they want to, they find out this is what you're gonna see. And this is how it's gonna come down.
And that's the thing, though. Like, sorry, it's funny because the Fever, the refs have tried to cheat for the Fever at almost every single junction. Like during the
Yeah.
game versus the Mystics, they tried to cheat for them. Even
Mhm.
this game, if we're being real, that was not an and one that got them into overtime, but they gave it to her because the shot went in, and they needed 3 points. So I was like, you can, this is what happens. You can't win when you're playing dirty. You can't. All of these non-contact, to be honest, because Bria Hartley did not fall on that girl's knee. I don't care what it was, the other leg, and then Sophie started clutching one or the like. Girl, if you didn't want to play, just say that. But it's okay.
Right.
It's not an ACL tear or anything like that. So if anything, it'll be a couple of weeks. But you can't. They're not. All these things are not happening. They're almost out of the playoffs, um, which would be funny. I'm not gonna lie. If if this team doesn't make the playoffs, I'm actually going to have the laugh of a lifetime because Stephanie White made a mistake going to coach for this team, and she doesn't realize it yet. But that's probably why she was crying, because if you take a team that made the playoffs last year with Christy Sides and you bring in Stephanie White and she takes the team out of the playoffs, she will not have a job the next year, and she may never have a job.
Well, no, I can't say. Well, you talking about Stephanie White will never have a job?
She'll never have a job. No, they're not going to bring her back at least for a couple of years. Probably an assistant, but not a head coach.
She has a good reputation. She has a good reputation, Tiffy. This team, it's toxic. So Stephanie White has a good reputation. She'll get another job. It's just that sometimes the CC ban effect makes the team toxic. But somebody said I think you said um that they do get the calls, and I think one of the reasons, even though the player is injured, they want to make sure that the Fever has a chance to make the playoffs so she could come back. That's why they're getting the calls, even though she's not on the team anymore.
But Miss D, this did not just start this season on
I know,
that. It
I
started
know.
last season too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying
So
they still in the hunt to make the playoffs. So they still try to keep them in the hunt because they want to see CC. So they give them the calls. That's what you're trying to say?
this no. I'm saying, look, this is the American team. This is what they want. So playoffs or not, this is what you're gonna get. They're gonna have that favoritism or whatever going on.
I think it's a coordinated, like we saw with the NFL, and I
Yep.
hate when men's sports, but it's a coordinated attack, right? The whole idea
Mhm.
that Angel doesn't have good teammates, so her team doesn't make the playoffs. I also think, and this, I'm putting on my tinfoil hat, although I believe it's true. I think that the other people in the league are intentionally trying to help them, especially
Huh?
Jeff and Yocha.
I'm
Trying to help
quite
who?
I'm quite sure they're in
Trying to
so
help who?
Trying to
I'm
help
quite
them.
sure. I'm quite
Oh
sure.
no,
Oh yes,
no.
girl. This Miss D. This
Jeff
the
Jeff is just
no,
incompetent. There's no
li-
help the Fever. How they not even what?
Miss
Huh?
D. They have these meetings
I understand what you're saying.
behind
No,
the
no,
scenes.
no,
They get
no, no.
together when they
I'm
have an
sorry.
agenda.
I know what you're saying, but no, I doubt it. This had nothing to do with that.
No, it's real.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
let me tell
no.
you.
You
Jeff
doubt it. Real.
never called Ari McDonald when she was available and let her go back to the Fever. Guess who else he never called? Odyssey Sims.
I
And
know,
who?
but guess what? You know why? It's not that he's helping the Fever. He's trying to sabotage the Sky. And it has nothing to do with the Fever. He's just trying to sabotage the Sky because
Pushing this guy helps the Fever though.
yeah, but that's not no. Now this it would make more sense for him to say I'm trying to sabotage the Sky. You know why? Because he really don't like Angel.
But Miss D, when a
Huh?
snake does something,
I know what you're saying.
it doesn't. They don't do like we think because
I
they
know,
are.
but it has nothing to do with the Fever. He's sabotaging because he hates Angel.
But okay,
That's
he
what I'm saying.
thinks
Like
Beyond that. It goes beyond that.
no, it don't. You know
It
why I
is,
say that?
it's deeper than
Because
we think.
because he didn't want Angel. I think he wanted
It's
Camilla.
deeper than we think.
Yeah, but it's not. He didn't. No, not the Fever.
Okay,
He's just not
look.
he's just
When,
not
when
competent. He's just not
okay,
competent.
when that new change comes, because change is coming, we're gonna see.
changes. Look at this too.
Hold on, change is coming. But go ahead.
Not this one. It's deeper than that too, because if you look at it, Tyler
Mhm.
Marsh is going to save his job. He should keep showing up where Angel is, right?
Right.
Jeff Leocha is the GM. Tell me how the GM can show up to every single away game, but he can't show up to the Winchester Arena for Angel's charity event. Jeff is a double agent, and
Mhm.
he's walking around that arena. He's kikiing with Sloot, smiling like his pockets are filled. Because believe it or not, a lot of these, just like Stephanie White, went to Sandy Brondello is over there smiling, letting CC do 6 threes in a game when she first comes back. It's a coordinated effort across the league. Not all teams have, laid down and accepted it, but the ones who are trying to get to the top, the executives that are trying to get to the top, all those GMs that said they would start their team with a Caitlin Clark, of course they're laying down. Because to them, if the money goes up, the viewership goes up, so do their bank accounts.
That's the money game.
Right. But T. Carmilla sent something, and I don't know how to do it, but I think I think I saw something. Tell me if this right, T. Carmilla. I'm gonna share something with you. Speak of Angel and in the sky, and it's gonna kind of play into it. Hold on, 1 second. Let me share my screen. So hold on. What is this? Lord, what happened to? Oh, here it goes. So something about Angel popping off. Can you see it? That's not it. What is this? What in the world? Let me take this off. Hold on. I think that's it. Can you see it? Let me see if it's on the screen. I hate when they
Not
do that.
yet.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. So you see it? Is that it, T. Carmilla? Cause I couldn't do your I'm sorry, the link. You see it? Now do that little. Can you see it? We'll make it a little bit bigger. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it.
Now they said that Angel is copying off of A1 Asia Wilson. It looks similar, you got the pink, but not quite. Looks similar. What you think?
They
They always
don't
try
have
to start. They try to start controversy.
they don't have nothing else better to do. That's why I'm glad that Angel don't pay attention to this stuff. I mean,
And Asia don't either, right?
she don't react to that.
I don't think it's. I don't think it's a copy. I don't get it. Why they try to say, it's a
And
copy.
even if it was a copy, so what? So
Exactly.
Because I didn't buy a one shirt,
Right.
but I was looking to get a free one from the game.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what else they have.
How about they tell Nike
T-shirt too.
to put money in their athletes instead of making us pay $45 for a T-shirt I could draw at home?
Exactly.
And that's exactly Big Girl said her T-shirt was $45 too for her Angel shirt, her Me Bound shirt.
Okay, let me see what else.
But those pink ones, oh my gosh, I gotta get those pink ones.
Yeah, I like the pink one. I need to get some A1s. All the
Huh?
color. I need to get the A1s, the Asia Wilsons too.
No, I'm talking about Angel.
I know. I'm just saying I need to get both of them. I haven't.
Oh. I was talking about because I was talking about Angel Pink ones because when Cardi B came out with all those Reeboks, man, I got all of them, just about every color. Cause I like colors. I love Reeboks because they're comfortable, but I like the colors. It's an art thing for me. But
Yeah.
I'm like, when I saw the pink ones, I was like, I gotta get them. Let me pass the plate around. But they tight though. Those Reeboks.
I wanted the white ones, but then I saw Angel playing in the black and white ones. I was like, no, I gotta.
Yeah, I like the black and white ones, and I like the India ones. The one with the red in it. I like the first one she had.
I'm scared I be having a fit with shoes, so especially white shoes. I'd be like, no, no. They go with everything, but I was and those pink ones. Did she have a purple one too?
I think one is coming. No, some of the other colorways that are coming out. There's a purple one. There's a tan one that looks so. They look like Yeezys. They look so nice.
Yeah, I like tan.
I think I saw those.
I was
But
like,
yeah, I don't think I think what
you know
people
what?
have interest in. They say the colorways. They both got pink ones, but it's not. It's different. They both got blue ones, but the rest of it don't look the same. And she even got the ones that look like Shaq.
Missy, they be doing extra on these socials all the time. Look, they don't have nothing else to do.
But and I'm laughing because back in the day, it always was Nike versus Reebok. I know I'm about this controversy because I know Candace Parker sitting at home mad because she went in controversy with Reebok and Angel. But here go Nike and and Asia, who does not have any beef with Angel at all.
Right?
The
They cool.
Yeah, they're cool. Asia's not getting any backlash right now. But the fans are creating that Nike versus Reebok. And so Candace done ruined her reputation trying to get her brand up. Just the fans to be like, nah, we're not worried about you guys, you flops. We worried about the old GOAT, Asia, the current GOAT, Asia, and the future GOAT, Angel.
And even if they brought back Swoops and Lisa Leslie Nikes and stuff, they still tight. They had
Yeah,
some.
I want some Air Swoops. I want those. I don't
They
want the
had the clips on
Don Staley ones.
Instagram.
Yep. Swoops was nice. I don't remember the other one.
Yeah, I never been like a Nike fan.
But I like Nike. I decided I remember it.
I love me some Reeboks and Vans and stuff like that, different stuff. But Nikes, if they somebody buy them for me, then I wear them. So I have some, but
So, who do you have in the MVP race?
I want AT to be in there.
Yeah, she's in there.
I
Okay.
know. I know
They-
they're gonna give it to
go
Fee
ahead.
though. I know they're gonna give it to Fee.
And they shouldn't. I mean, look, I know they tired of Yeah, she did. But I know they tired of giving it to Asia, but come on, you can't deny her. She's still the MVP.
When they have something set up already from day one, you already know it's gonna stay like
Right.
that. Not gonna change. And
Exactly.
the reason why I think At is man, At been in the league what? Um, so that's the next show I'm gonna do on At. But I think At been in the league since what 2014 or something like that.
Yep.
She's been in for a minute, and so just to have a season like this, it's just phenomenal. I think she deserves to get it. But hey, I'm just ADP.
Yeah, but it's still Asia. As far as I mean, yes, ADP,
They're gonna give it. They're gonna give it.
AP is
They're
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, Miss D. They're gonna give it to Fee. I mean, all of these women are great. They're awesome. They've done great, this season or whatever. I just, it's already set up for Fee to get it. Now, don't get me wrong. Did Fee put in the work? Yes, she did. She did. She did a thing. So it's like
Only reason why I say that because she's been
three of them
injured
put in the
too
work.
much right now, and then
Huh?
but while she's injured, Asia has been tearing it up since her injury. So
But I feel like consistency wise, the only one that's been consistent is AT. Like,
Right. Yeah.
yeah,
I think if she ends the season with 10 triple doubles and she's halfway there already, you can't deny her. You have to give it to her.
Right. Oh, I can't. Oh, and man, I can't wait till I do that one, Miss D. That one right there, At
oh
said.
yeah, that's gonna be nice.
Yeah, I had told Keisha and them that I was gonna do
You doing it tomorrow?
I suppose on DBlock I supposed to do At tomorrow, and then I got a message to do I forgot old girl name. Oh shucks. Um Candace Candace Wiggins.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be nice because people forget about her, but before she left the WNBA, um, whose mic is that? Before she
Oh
left the
gosh.
WNBA, huh?
Sorry guys. Am I doing that?
I don't know who's doing that. What happened? But no, yeah, that would be a good choice because I want to know. Well, she has some mental health issues. As far as she felt like she couldn't be herself, that she's been bullied. And before then, she was still playing at a decent level in the WNBA, but she had to walk away. And yeah, so yeah, that would be nice to do after you do AT. Do Candace Williams,
Yeah.
very underrated player. I liked her. I liked her game.
Yeah. Someone sent it to me because you know how it's funny how people know your gifts
Hey
and they
T1, how
know
you
you
doing?
pass about stuff. They'll see you stuff like that. So someone sent that to me.
Okay.
But I wanted to give At her flowers, so I think it's very important at this particular time to do a live on her because she doesn't get the credit she deserves with all the players. You know what I'm saying that have achieved so much this season. They're not getting that attention. So we have to be the ones to show that we care because the WNBA is not trying to do that. They like to show the clips and stuff, but they are not doing them right.
No, they not.
So they
You
don't
know
like
what's
And then like how we talking about the MVP race? How come the league is not promoting the race? Like you're not doing a lot of AT highlights. You're not doing a lot of uh it might be yours. Who you might have the background, but you're not doing highlights of AT and saying, "Hey, this is the MVP race." I don't understand why they don't really have commercials or promos about that when they only lead pass or ion. It's like really. So I need to see highlights of AT especially the ones that don't get a lot of shine. At and Alicia Gray, and Kelsey Mitchell. You
But
know,
that's
had
the
them out.
they
Go ahead.
don't market them. They don't promote anything. This is not something that's just happening, this season. This has been happening for decades. Like they'll show a little bit here and there or whatever the
And it's
case.
getting worse. And then, like, if you watch League Pass, you have League Pass. They show the same highlights the same way. And I'm like, do some little highlights. Like, really?
They really show of one particular player.
As that they need to right. Look.
And
She
even
better.
with and
Somebody
this
said she better go ahead. Go ahead.
no, this is the thing too. Even when it's somebody else's day and somebody else's shine on a game, here you go. Why are we talking about that player right now? Like it
Exactly. Absolutely. That's so stupid. Like, why can't you what race? She never played. And even if she was playing, the way she was playing, she has no MVP stats. The real MVP of the Fever, even though I like Leah Boston, is Kelsey Mitchell. Because when she play good, they're unstoppable.
That's the thing.
Right.
Like, that's why they're keeping quiet, because ESPN and Nike paid for CC to be in the MVP race. And so her being injured or whatever she's doing right now on the bench is against, like, they didn't pay, and they're not going to put packages together and pay for the promotion. One thing about Kathy and her WNBA is if you haven't paid for it, she's not doing it. That's why a lot of these teams have to push their own players.
And that's sad. And that's why the league is not where it needs to be. Can't just push one player. And so this said player, she better get it together. She better get it together because you have your mic on, I mean not mic on, so like how they something else on. But
okay, hold on. I'm
Tiffy?
gonna try to see if I can close this out.
Oh, okay. You must have some, but no, so you cannot promote just one player because she better get it together. Because the next few drafts, way she's going, she might be a distant memory. Then of course you got Paige Beckers, that's quietly doing her thing in Dallas, not really quiet. She had 22 points today and lost, but yeah, so
Windows
they better
closing.
huh?
I said the window's closing. I think the window's closed.
I don't think it's closed, but she gonna have even more competition. Paige is here. You're gonna have Juju coming up. You're gonna have Flau'jae coming up. You're gonna have a lot of players that can do that.
But think about it, right? If Dallas goes and gets Lauren Betts next year, it's over. Like and if Kelsey Mitchell, two things have to happen. When Kelsey Mitchell leaves the Fever next season,
Mm-hmm.
and Dallas gets Lauren Betts, unless the Fever go out and trade something or another to get Flau'jae to come to their team and be the two guard, it's over. The window is closed, shut, sayonara.
But you know what? I don't know if they're gonna get Betts. I think they might bring her Boo Thing if
Now,
they get a chance.
because I think, look at it though. The
They want
Mystics,
Fudd.
the Mystics want AZ though.
Yeah, but they're not gonna get AZ because Dallas have a worse record than the Mystics.
Yes, Dallas has the worst record than the Mystics. I don't know,
So
but with Kurt Miller,
I mean that sound good, but I don't think she's going to
Do I sound better?
yes.
Okay.
You know what I'm say, Tiffy. I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying they're not gonna get Betts. AZ's going if they can. AZ's going to the
I think AZ. Actually, I don't know how they're gonna pull it off, but I think that the Valkyries. It's either the Valkyries or the Mystics. And hear me out. This is why I think the Mystics might get her, because Kathy, for some reason, she's obsessed with pushing Sonya and Kiki. I'll tell you why. Because Sonya has a very similar outward aesthetic to Cece. She can shoot, but she's a better shooter, right? And Kiki is a foil to Angel. So if she can move, she sees the only way of moving forward from that rivalry, focusing on the Mystics. And we know Kathy like to cheat. Like, I'm sorry, Dallas was not supposed to get that number one pick. So that's the only reason that I feel like it's a high probability that AZ either goes there or she goes to the Valkyries because Steph Curry and AZ Fudd, right? That's her mentor. And we know the number one thing that Kathy likes outside of authenticity, because she's fake as all can be, she loves a fake manufactured storyline. And she doesn't want to bring attention to, that relationship.
Right.
Tiffany, do you think we're gonna get Kiki for Arrival?
I I like Kiki. I was supporting her at USC. I think she's gonna do Unrivaled, but I'm irritated about it. I'm irritated.
I want to see Sonya. I want to see Sonya,
Why you saying
Kiki,
it?
and go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Why you,
Ah,
oh,
they might get bets, but I don't know. I'm still seeing AZ Fudd. I don't. I mean, but I might be wrong.
I'm irritated because Camilla is going to China and Kiki's gonna get so much better in Unrivaled.
Well,
Camilla
guess
has,
what? But that's Camilla. Camilla's chasing the bag.
I know, but I'm
And
like,
I know. I know.
Camilla,
I
we
want her. I want her to be unrivaled, but she's chasing that money. And unfortunately, unrivaled don't pay as much as China. But
I
you know.
know, but Camilla, I'm like, Camilla, one season in Unrivaled for Camilla, although she won't see the money up front, it would do so much to get Chicago and
Oh no. Hey, Wody Mac. No. If I've had to pay for another app, I'm sorry. I'm not
I,
watching the
I,
BNN.
think that
Uh-uh.
Tiffany, I think that Miller got her family on her back, and like that's why she going over there. I think that if she didn't have, how you look out for your family, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Right.
that if it was much better for them, then she would probably do Unrivaled. But you
Right.
remember
Maybe you
Miller
should do
said
it. Maybe you should do it
where Miller is
next year.
from,
I mean the year before after next. But
huh?
I said maybe you should do it not this year, but maybe next year. But like I said, they need to
Yeah,
start. China, they got the bag for it. That's why even Kennedy Carter making more money if she even though she's not in WNBA.
I
So
know, but I'm just thinking like Camilla could sign with Reebok if she wanted to be honest. Like she's a pretty girl and she's a big like Reebok doesn't have like a big man yet. They have Angel, but she's more like a wing. They could have a big man and they could do that back to back thing. Like all they need, and that's not like that would be the money that she needs. But I do understand China has the offers now for
hmm
her. But development wise, the Mystics are going to be so much better than Chicago simply because Sonya and Kiki will get a chance to do Unrivaled, and only Angel will be doing Unrivaled from the Chicago side.
Tiffany, let me ask you something too with Miller. Okay, is it because Milla is from? I know that she couldn't get the same NIL deals and all that kind of stuff. Because she's from Brazil. Is that included in the W? Is it certain things that Milla can and cannot?
no, no, she can't.
No restrictions in the W.
No restrictions.
No,
And
there's no restrictions.
the biggest
Oh,
issue,
okay.
Unrivaled helps players get sponsorships too. Like the exposure in Unrivaled helped them get so like who was talking about Courtney Williams before this year? I sure wasn't, and I'm still not.
Exactly. Well, you know
But
what? No, I can't say that because last year she played pretty good in the playoffs. She just got
she did,
tired.
she just kind of came off as arrogant, right? I feel like Unrivaled allowed us to see more of her like in a light
Right.
atmosphere.
Right.
And then people were warm, even like Marina. Some people thought Marina was like just a jerk, or they were mad at her for leaving
I did
Chicago.
too. I wasn't mad she left Chicago. It's just she seemed like she's spoiled and didn't want her way. But you know what? She showed a sensitive side.
Yeah,
The way she handled Sanaya Rivers, as far as her mom. Even Sanaya Rivers, like this lady, I watched her on TV. I didn't like her. I thought she was a jerk, but she's turned out to be a real nice person. That's what a Sanaya Rivers said. But
Right.
hey,
And nobody would have been open to Marina, right, if she wasn't doing those cooking videos and allegedly giving everybody food poisoning in Miami.
right.
So that's my thing with Camilla too. I feel like, and this is on Fee and Brianna Stewart, honestly. They have to sell it because and Miami is so close to South Carolina. Do you know how much more fan engagement you can have if you bring, like, I'm sorry, I really don't want to see Aaliyah Boston struggling with the vinyl next year. I would much rather watch Angel and Camilla like battle against each other and get better, and to see Camilla like get to know other people in the WNBA and stuff. Like that kind of stuff will open up not only her to more brand deals, but open up her to playing more aggressive, learning from Brittany Griner for a summer, or sorry, a winter. That would help her tremendously.
Yeah, it would, but
Because I noticed.
unfortunately, like I said, she's chasing the bag. I understand it. I understand because she didn't get the NIL deals that other players get because foreign players don't get they try to change that, but they don't
Mhm.
get yeah. So she has to chase the bag.
And then you know where she comes from,
Right, right.
so that's understandable. But
Now
I
look,
get
look
it
at the
with
chat. I mean, look at the Remember we was talking about that, so that's good. Hopefully they will get their $1 million max contracts.
Now, $1 million is too
they
low. I'm sorry, it's too
Yeah,
low.
it is, but it
they
is.
gonna listen, change
It might get more. It might get more, but
change.
it's a good start. It's a good start.
No, they have to get more because think about it. You're making $1 million. That's going to be locked in when Juju is in the league. That doesn't make any sense. Juju versus Paige, Juju versus Angel. We never got to see that. Every
Right.
single one is going to be a premier college rematch, and you want these ladies to take less than what the media rights deal alone means that every single team should have minimum $2 million max contracts with just the media rights deal. That does not make any sense for them to take this small money. And I hope that they sit out until they get at least the rookies should
Oh,
be
you know what?
making.
You're right. You're right. You know why I say that? Because I know you don't want to compare the NBA to the WNBA, but it's guys on the bench. Their minimum wage. Minimum wage. That's what they call it. That's $2 million to sit on the bench in the
That's
Well,
NBA.
what I'm saying.
Wody Mac, why you listen? This is the problem. Women don't have to settle. You know what
That's
I'm
true.
saying?
You're right.
We don't
You're right.
have to, why should we have to settle? We shouldn't
What
have.
lady do you understand, Wody Mac, that for some of the top players in the league, some of the top players, Sabrina, Asia, some of the most well-known players, Angel, CC, those people to even pick up and post something on social media are making more than $1 million. It doesn't make sense. This 4 times as much is chump change to the top, 20% of the league. They should sit out until the rookies are making nearly $1 million.
That's true. Because they come in. You're right. I wouldn't think about it. When I saw that, I was like, yeah. But then I thought about it. They made that in college. They make $1 million or more in college. So yeah, you had to pay. You had to come with some money. Because they come in multi-millionaires.
They not
Angel, CC. Oh shoot, come on, go ahead.
get
I'm
ready
sorry.
season for this lockout because they're not playing and they shouldn't be playing. I know somebody was saying in the chat last time we talked about this, Miss D. They were saying well, I hope they don't lock them out. It's all good. This is a different type of breed. I mean, yeah, we got the vets in there too, but this is a different kind of ball game because these women are gonna have to deal with this deal for what, 6 years
You're right.
before another change. They
Which I think is kind of crazy. They should do it every 4 years.
You've been
I think
saying,
that's kind of crazy.
and they were saying like, oh, well, everybody don't make the same money. What about the other players? Let me tell you something. When women work together, they got a plan, and you
And
don't.
that's why I like Angel. She's going to help as far as she's going to use her popularity to do that. But go ahead.
Yeah, you don't know who's helping who behind closed doors, and sometimes you know why people don't say nothing because they twist so much stuff. So of course they got to move in silence on
Right.
some things. They got a backup plan. Trust me.
Right.
And it's not even just that. Like, they're showing you today's money. They're not showing you how the money, the viewership, the jersey sales are going to increase next year or the year after when you get Juju, Hannah Hidalgo, MK, the first 10 are household names, and you want them to take chump change so that they can go and do what? Buy a nicer car? No, you got to look at tomorrow's money. The league is trying to treat them like they're idiots. Even if they put $10 million max contracts on that table, they shouldn't take it because revenue sharing benefits the players as their play and personality increases. They need revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Tiffy. Right. Come on now, because they keep saying that they're not making money. Yes, they are. Um, and people keep. I was saying it last night how people saying, oh, certain players can't play and they're not making any money, and they believe everything the league say, but nobody sees the numbers. So how do we know they're losing money? Which I doubt they are. Um, and this happened even before Angel and CC came to the league. They was on the up and up as far as the revenue they was making, and so we don't come on we don't I don't think they losing money or have lost a lot of money like that, because I don't understand if they lost a lot of money, why do you keep investing in the WNBA? It's not a tax write-off for the NBA or even some of the owners, because the same owners that own the NBA teams own them. So
That's why Kathy wants to give the teams to NBA owners because quiet as it's kept. Actually, I'm gonna put y'all on game. Let me put you on some business 101 real quick. If owners have to do revenue sharing, that means that they have to make their books, their finances public,
right,
at least to the league. They don't
right,
want to do that because they've been using the W as a tax screen. Do you
right,
understand? So you don't be
right.
surprised if you see the owners put up 10 million as the max because and do as much as they can to stay away from revenue sharing. That's why you're seeing Michael Alter and some of these other teams want to allegedly sell the team because they don't want people digging into their finances.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Tiff, you on it.
And Wody, that would be like, imagine you're at work, right? And you're a salesperson and you're bringing in the most sales for the company. You're the top seller for the whole entire month. And instead of you getting a bonus based off of the money that you've brought in, they said, we're going to give you a Lunchables and a pack of Skittles. Well done. Huh? You're going to leave that job because why did you bring in millions for this company in March selling TVs or whatever that you're doing? And they're like, pat on the back. Here's a Gatorade. Have a great day. That doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
Nope.
So they if people come in, oh, they're not making enough, but they are. They are making money. It's just that they not counting, like you said, the revenue sharing, the merchandise sales that they don't get a chance to um, benefit from. So they making money, and I don't believe that lie. I never believed it, because you want to keep investing. There's no sense to invest in something that keep losing money. So
They're not making enough money, Miss D, but they're selling the Connecticut team for $500 million. They're not
exactly.
making money.
Right. I don't know why. This is just crazy. They gotta pay them. I don't know why people see it as a problem. Most of the males, not all of the NBA, but it's a lot of them that
Black, we've been doing our research. We've been watching this. We do our research. Do your research.
Right.
yeah.
So tell me this.
Ain't no joke. That makes you cry for your players.
Right, you trying to play. If they're selling one team that they're selling, Connecticut, for upwards of $400 million, that is 10 times the alleged 40 million they've been losing.
Exactly. Hold on, but I heard that Kathy trying to hold it up because I think no, look, no disrespect to Connecticut. It's where they at. They're in the middle of nowhere in Connecticut. It's a casino. So you sell it to a major a major city in Boston. They need to hopefully they will sell that. It will go to Boston because Connecticut, unless it's Hartford, a bigger city, they're in the middle of nowhere. So hopefully they will sell it to Boston, which is on the up and up. Oh, here
They,
you go.
they don't want to sell it to Boston because Kathy is an idiot. Um, and disrespectfully,
Uh,
whichever.
uh, well, you know what? It might may not be Kathy. Kathy is just a puppet. I think it's Adam Silver, really pulling the strings for certain things. Just
Right,
a puppet.
right in the
A
right.
puppet.
Don't write off. Sure do. And they'll do that in a minute.
And
Exactly.
also the ownership group. Well, yes, but the ownership group for that put in the offer for Boston is not NBA ownership. He's a minority owner for the
Okay.
Celtics. He's
Right.
not.
That's not right. Right.
And then another group put in ownership for Hartford, Connecticut, also not NBA ownership. So isn't that funny that Kathy wants to pick a team out of the East Coast, take it all the way down to Houston with NBA owners?
Mm-hmm. They
Can,
already had it set up.
can you hear me, Brokaw?
I can hear you.
Okay, where you at? I can't find you on the thing.
I don't see him either.
Hold on, let me see. My dang on boxers. Ah, let me see something.
Yeah, they already had this set up in them private meetings.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Uh,
Hey, Brokaw.
Oh, he behind
If-
the he's
you behind
behind
what?
he's behind the message from the chat.
Oh, how do I move? Hold on. Lord,
Can you hear me?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
she just
Okay,
got
yeah. So that's what you got to do. You have to put in the edit, the little pen,
Okay, hold on one
Miss
sec.
D. Yeah. You put in the pen and you move it.
look at Professor Broclaw, our big bro.
What's
All,
up, y'all?
all
Hey,
teaching. How them bears do tonight? I'm just curious.
Oh yeah, you know what the
oh, he
Bears
did
did.
good.
You know what the Bears did.
Oh, and
Oh,
I said
you,
you gonna be glistening with honey. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Okay, I
What's
hear
up?
you, but I can't see you still. Okay, I'm trying to do the pen.
Look, so hit
Take
the
out
pen.
the
Let me
message
show
from
you.
in the dark and then yourself.
Hey, in the
Okay,
Cause I'm not on the if I was
control.
on the computer, I probably could
Okay, you gotta click that Miss D. Let me see. Okay, so you took me down, right? So you can hear me, right?
right, I hear you.
Is
Okay,
so
add.
go,
shit.
yeah, add.
Okay,
So you hit the pen, then it says it's gonna tell you to add the people. Go over to your left. On your left, it should tell you how many it's gonna at the bottom part of the left, at the bottom part. It's gonna tell you what you need
okay, I
to add.
see you. Okay, I
Okay.
see you. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And then you can pull me right on up in there.
There you go.
Pull me right in there in the D block. All right, hey y'all.
Did
Just
Wody Mac come up? Did you come up too, Wody?
if Wody want to come up, I don't know. But I'm
I
I'm
thought I
I'm
saw him. Okay, okay. Oh,
I'm
he is.
coming.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Okay. He there?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Wody.
You go ahead and add him too.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
you gotta add him.
I don't have my horrendous face up. So I'm gonna let all y'all beautiful people have y'all cameras on. As long as you can hear me, it's cool. I ain't gonna be too long.
What up, Wody Mac? What's up, little
How you
brother?
doing?
Salute to you first of all. Salute to you ladies. You know what I mean? And You know what I mean? Blessings, peace and blessings to you, my brother Claude. You know, good to see y'all. Good to see all y'all.
I'm
Am I
glad.
coming in clearly? I'm coming in clear?
Yeah.
No, hold on 1 second. Sorry.
So if she get work on Wody Mac, I put it on this.
You can still talking. He can still. I can still hear him.
Oh,
But go ahead. What you
okay,
want to
yeah.
say,
As long
Bodie?
as I just was making sure, because I don't know if my mic is. Yeah, I ain't been on this thing in a minute. I don't know if the mic working. I'm good though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
Okay,
ahead.
Gucci. Yeah, it was just piggybacking more so we was deep in that conversation. I don't know if we went too far from it, but just a lot of things that's been going through my mind, hearing the conversations people are having concerning this, right? Whatever the final determination is with the money, I'm like, for the most part, they bringing in NBA owners, and I think they can handle it. As far as like, they billionaires, they can handle that. Like, okay, whatever. Let's say the salary cap right now is like what 1.5 mil or something like that. Let's say they double the joint to 3 mil, and somebody can get paid that's $1 million plus, right, as a max cap salary contract, and then whatever the veteran minimum goes up, the rookie minimum goes up, all that, cool, right? And what my point of contention is, the people who would be eligible for the $1 million contracts more than likely are going to be people who got also money outside of the league. So they not really moved by that, right? Why I was saying to you, Tiff, though, was like, yeah, the vets, they bargaining on their behalf. When Satu said, she made that comment, we can't be focusing on people that's not here yet and people fulfilling teams, all these teams that we're expanding. We need to focus on who's here right now. I'll read in between the lines of that in my mind and say, well, hey, if y'all turn down, a couple of offers, cool, keep negotiating. But it sounds like y'all not really, as the veterans, y'all really more so worrying about what's going in y'all pocket, especially some of y'all like NECA, who on the back end, you ain't gonna be here. NECA might not be here still in the league when they go back to renegotiate. They trying to get their bread right now. They worrying about them. They ain't not thinking about the Jujus and them. They telling you as much, even when they said it, they letting things slip. We can't think about people who ain't here right now. They said it out their mouth, said as much.
That's
Right.
one problem, because
Right.
ADP also spoke on it, and that's not how she feels. And I don't think Satu was, shooting it out the way she was shooting it out, because
Hey, Steppy.
he also spoke on it, and AT was passionate about that thing. She broke it down, and it's for all the players. She said we. Now, if you use them
Exactly.
that's different, but we is everybody.
And you know what? She did.
Yeah,
She
we as in people in the league though, too, though. If you like,
exactly. Exactly.
we
Go ahead. I'm
in the
sorry.
league. She let the cat out the bag when she said we can't think about people who ain't here.
Right.
Yes.
That's all you. And then when you would bring it up like, oh, look at what the money and the advertising gonna be when Juju and them get, yeah, that'll look good then, but that'll be about the time they're ready for a renegotiation in like the second year. About the time if they come to an agreement, and I know they want to negotiate in about 3-4 years time, we'll come back to the table, right? 3-4 years from now will be about the second year of Juju, which could be looking real good, and they could really hit them over the head. You know what I mean? But the vets, the Tina Charles, we can't assume Tina Charles gonna be here for that. We can't assume Dewana Bonner gonna be here for that. They want that payout right now.
I think that's true, but it's not the way you're saying it. What they're saying is we're not gonna wait to get paid when Juju comes. As in, this momentum is going to continue through us, so we need to get paid a percentage of that now. And the league is telling them, well, just take the 1 million, and when Juju comes in and there's proof of concept, then, and they're like, nah. I don't care if Juju or Boo Boo coming in. It's me putting the seats. It's me doing the ratings, and so you're going to pay me my percentage.
Right.
Oh, so you think more so the hold up is the percentage part, not so much the payout part?
Let me tell you. Hold on. This is the hold up. Kathy, Snake, Piranha, Barracuda, Dark, Engelberg. She is a Slytherin one. So guess what? Kathy wants the deal to happen repetitiously as we speak like T.I. But no, the girls is not going for that. Because right now they have an opportunity right now to get paid next year on the new contracts that they will be given for the next 4, 5, and some gonna be getting 7-year contracts. They have an opportunity to get paid $4 to $5 million a year with this new CBA, with the revenue that they haven't come in. That is not full blown, brother Wody. That's not, I'm telling you what they're receiving. And just like Tiffany said, the NBA teams are able to say, oh, this was a write-off, or this wasn't prevalent for us this year. And people like Michael Alter saying, oh yeah, this expense was this. What they don't have to detail it in Illinois. I'm just saying, it's just the state of the snakes. You got what I'm saying? Chicago is known and notorious for underground, that's right, work, allegedly. That's so, look, we have to understand and accept that the girls in the WNBA have been getting underpaid forever. So now, why hesitate for some of these women still, like, you know what I mean? We don't know if we gonna see Howard next year. We don't on the Indiana Fever. We don't know if we gonna see what's that on Connecticut Sun? What's her name?
Tina Charles.
Tina Charles. We don't know if Tina Charles gonna make it through next year. We know she coming back next year, but Tina Charles ain't waiting for nobody, Wody Mack, no Juju to come in. She at 1 to maybe 2 more years left in her period.
It's maybe as long as she want to play, but then it still is who want to pay you. You got somebody got to want to pay you. As long as you want to pay, who want to pay you? Right?
Toronto right now. Toronto is a liable that team in Canada, and I know you know about the teams and the diabolical contracts they had over there on the Raptors. They was inflatable contracts, right? That most of those players didn't even turn out right. DeMar DeRozan ended up, being okay. But just, the different players that they had on that T-Mac and all of them, they got big inflatable contracts. You got what I'm saying? Because it was a new expansion team. People was excited. People coming out of a new team in a city, what the Valkyries have done. So the excitement of that. So I don't want to hear, oh, we don't know how it's going to turn out. Yes, you do. Because it's something new. It's a new team. It's on fire. It's the WNBA right now has some of the most influential figures in it right now for women's basketball, period, across. If it's high school, grammar school, college, right now the WNBA over the last 2 years and seeing these players on the court, you get to see the great Alyssa Thomas. And then all of a sudden now, oh no, really? She's the MVP caliber. Oh no, you know what I'm saying? She been AT. This ain't no new AT. AT been in the league for over 10 years. You trying to tell me, Wally Mack, that AT ain't supposed to have a 3 to 4, maybe a $5 million contract coming her way with 3 triple doubles already done in this year, breaking records that she been doing over her lifetime? They supposed to get paid. It's been delayed and denied.
I dig it.
Let's keep it a buck. They're not giving these young women the actual facts, like Tiffany said.
Now, that's what I don't know about that.
But I
don't know for certain either.
I agree with what
nobody's letting nothing slip. Nobody's letting nothing slip.
Right, but I agree with Woody Mack in a certain point. So the older players
thinking about them.
Exactly, and I don't want them to take just any deal. The older players need to really go. I know they say we can't worry about the player that's not here, but there is the future, and so maybe
not they. saw too. Because
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but
but
NECA
I
too.
mean,
NECA last time she was the president, she kind of lowballed the league. So maybe they need to kind of talk to NECA and not take anything because NECA,
since the circumstances was different, that's all you can say. Again, when
yeah,
the negotiation back then,
it was
circumstances was
different.
different.
It was different, but don't lowball yourself. Thinking about the older players, like I said, a lot of these players gonna be gone. Maybe Tina Charles will stay, but a lot of these players are not gonna be like Donna
Tyler
Taurasi
is
and
Tyler
get a
at
chance.
her end. You know what I
But
mean?
Huh?
now, this what I'm saying. Also, I want to tie this together too, and I'll
Right.
try to be real quick.
Go
I'll
ahead.
try to tie this together. What I'm thinking with again, the people who are negotiating, doing the talking. Again,
Right.
7+ year veterans, most of them doing
Exactly.
the negotiating, doing the
Right.
talking. That's in there. Some of them on the back end of their career,
yeah,
right?
they
And
Exactly.
then some of their friends and people that are speaking. You know what I
Right.
mean? Some of the people that they talk to are real close friends, the teams, so on and so forth. Those 35, 36-year-old
That's
vets,
not a good
Skylar Diggins,
idea.
so on and so forth of
That's
the
not
world,
really a good idea.
right? They on
Yeah.
they on the last run, they on the last little
Right.
stretch
Right.
of they bread, but they still can demand a high money amount. Reach Stools, jewelers,
Right.
they can still demand a high dollar amount, right?
Don't
But
settle.
now also let's keep it to a fact. They keep it to mind. They saying they want certain percentages, they want pregnancy leave, so on, all these other little things, all these other small amenities that would affect some of the younger women. Some of that would be beneficial to some of the younger women, but still, for those who may be around long enough to still be maybe finagle their way into the next crop, the 28, 29, 30-year-old players, you know what I mean?
Right.
They're looking at both ends of the spectrum. And there's some women who also are planning to have children, you know what I mean? They also negotiating. Now, I think all of that is reasonable. The owners, they already probably got a number in their mind, like, hey, we could potentially pay them up to this amount. We're gonna offer them this, and same thing the players like, hey, we want this. I think this is my speculation. I think the owners are willing to give them whatever money they ask for and plus some, but some of the other amenities they asking for is like, nah, hold off on that. Now, some of the OG players like, hey, a 36-year-old, 37-year-old Tina Charles who not about to get pregnant, no shade, you know what I mean? Tiff, no Tina who ain't about to get pregnant, ain't thinking about all them, like, yo, how much can I get paid right now before I'm up out of here, right? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that percentage that they may be asked for, the owners is like, nah, let's hold off on that, but here's $3 million. Well, the 3 million is somebody who's like, yeah, I don't care what y'all talking about. 3 million, I ain't never touched 3 mil. You know what I mean? I ain't got no endorsement deals, man. Let's take that.
Right.
And
Man,
that's what
I
I don't
think
want.
there's a potential conflict.
no.
Right.
Right.
I don't want that. Right. I
Because
don't
the
want the older
OGs is
players.
trying to snag a bag.
Exactly.
No.
I don't. That's why I said don't settle. I don't want them to settle. So I think the younger players need to speak up too. Like, look,
They
that's not settled
Well,
for
the thing
anything.
is this too, Miss D.
go ahead, Miss Brooke.
Who was speaking? ADP?
Go ahead.
No,
That
go
was,
ahead.
that was Ms. D.
No, I wanted to hear what you had to say. No, I was like, go ahead.
Okay. So you got to consider they won't be around in that next year. They won't be around after the CBA settlement, maybe a couple more years. So you gotta, Ms. D, you gotta have to also consider it's not them settling, it's them in making a. So each generation has a responsibility to put their imprint in and their footstep towards the door, right? Everybody, it's a door, right, that we all have. I'm Generation X, okay? So I'm a step ahead of the baby boomers. The baby boomers is a step ahead of the silent generation. And before the silent generation was the freedom generation, right? That's the first generation after slavery, right? So, so the thing is that each generation of players have a responsibility to put their imprint down, but they also have to be appreciated to settle where they're at in that step. Do that make sense? If wherever you at right now, tomorrow is still going to be a better day. It's not you settling. It's you getting what you can get, all what you can get, negotiate on that premises. So when it comes down to Baby Page and come down to Angel and come down to Juju, because Juju only another year away after this year. So if it comes down to Juju and all of them ones that's coming in to make another stand for more money, then this step is the door, Tiffy, that in ADP is the door that's going to open for bigger and better things. But we can't take our hand off the door saying, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get that." So no, I don't want to agree to it. So that the younger generation, no, F them. No, it should be a situation where it's a happy medium where the new players will be able to benefit, but the main solid whole benefit should be the players that has been here 12, 10, 5, 7 years. Those players need to be able to reap the benefits properly on this CBA.
Can I real quick interjection? I know somebody else probably want to go. What you just said that I'll highlight, the players that have been here, you said 10, 12, 5, 7, right?
Yeah.
I think in my mind, it's three factions currently being exhibited in the WNBA, right? The NIL babies, right? The players who, Caitlin's, the Angels, and so on and so forth, where they were getting bread once that NIL thing started happening, and players who came in the league a little bit before them, like the Lexi Brown, so on and so forth, who couldn't have benefited from that, but they coming in, especially the better well-known names, and also taking them endorsements with them to the league. So their WNBA check don't matter at all. Right. You know what I mean? Don't matter at all. You know what I mean? A little bit of extra boost on your WNBA pick, yeah, is cool, but they got bread. They're in one faction. Then it's those players that were right before NIL, your Nafisa Kayas, those 20, about people who are about 26, 27, about 26, let's say 26 to 31. Let's say 26 to 31, that little age gap right there, right? Well, they will probably be around in still another 3 or 4 years when the renegotiation happens. They didn't catch NIL, right? And they're kind of also like your star and most of your marquee players, because that 26 to 31 age, Aja Wilson, Aja, Fee, no, I think AT is right outside of that. Ryan Howard, so on and so forth, right? They fall right in that. They're the star players currently in that market. Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Plum, so on and so forth, right? Right. And so all those things that they're negotiating, they're asking for, they will get all those benefits kind of sort of fit them. The pregnancy, the pregnancy leave, so on and so forth, maternity leave, the facilities, the working on their body, all of that. It's there. It's really for them. Yeah. Because the NIL babies are like, cool, I'm with whatever y'all want, but I got bread. Right. And then the OGs is like, I'm about to be out the door. Get the money. And no shade to my OGs who ain't about to get pregnant for nobody because they trying to get somebody pregnant. Pause. You know what I mean? They want the bread. You feel me? That's why I see it as the three factions: the OGs, the NIL babies, and I don't know what you would call that in between, but yeah,
a good analysis of it. Go ahead, ADP. What you was finna say?
No, I was just saying that's why this time is different, because they actually included, like Tiffany in the chat was saying, and that's what I was thinking too. They actually had the younger players come in on this meeting. This is why this time around makes a difference, because the ones that didn't know, they know now, and that's why Angel was able to speak out. And of course, she's intelligent businesswoman, and she's been taught, the game or whatever, you can tell. So this is why it made a difference for her and CC to be in there, regardless of the way we feel about certain players. They want more money. They want more money. They ain't gonna back down and say no for no more money.
No, I agree though, Tiffy. The youngins do have better, more experience. And that's where I think Wody Mack was alluding to, that the youngins already know what got to go down. Because Angel is a multi-millionaire right now. She don't even have to play no more. Right now, her life is set. But she continues to play because of the love of the game. You know what I'm saying, Miss D? Her
Right.
Paige and all of them. But I will say that when the negotiation goes down, the older players gonna want to settle, Miss D, because of their older players, Miss D. You
Right.
got to consider.
Right.
If they hold out and they miss next year, do you know how detrimental that is to Tina Charles?
Yeah.
You got what I'm saying? She ain't got no year to be doing no strike. She want
Right.
that bread.
So how
She-
long you
Go
think
ahead.
it's Bro Clock, how long do you think they're gonna do the strike? Because they're gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
I'm just saying, people like Howard and Tina Charles, they gonna suffer. You know what
I
I'm
Yeah,
don't
saying?
but
I think
go ahead, go ahead.
Bro Clock, I don't think they're gonna suffer. I have a backup plan.
You know, they make a lot more money overseas, but they want to make money
No,
in their in the
you know
in
stories.
WNBA. A lot of these players, they still play overseas, but even the
about-
older players.
And even true that, but the opportunities are limited. Even still, a lot of those
Right,
big
that's what I'm saying.
paying
They
opportunities are limited.
right, they still wanna
Hold on,
make money here.
ADP was speaking. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that I just believe that they do have a backup plan for overall. This is a team united we stand type of thing going on now, and we don't know, like, behind closed doors. You always hear the stories after the fact how certain players help other players out. They already got it set up. They talking to somebody. They know what they're doing.
Okay, stop right there. What you say? A backup plan. Okay. You lucky my horn ain't on today.
Nah, it's 4 a.m. Don't do that.
Why would I have to have a goddamn backup plan for something that I know that I deserve to have? Why would I have to have?
Because, Bro Claude, they don't want. Listen, the WNBA organization does not like our players. They've made it clear they do not like them.
They never
like
have. They don't. They don't. They owners. Do you think that every owner that's in the NBA like those players? We just saw that the Clippers had this. The Clippers owner during the COVID, he had to sell a team because he called us all niggas. Which most of them already feel that way. Most of the owners that's billionaires, that's white boys that come traditionally from slave labor, they don't like us naturally for who we are. So we don't give a damn about that. But what I'm saying is that Courtney Vandersloot don't probably have another year ADP. She might, I'm just being honest with you. Courtney Vandersloot might not have another year. So if they do boycott, she will miss money that she works hard for.
But you know what?
Courtney doesn't have another year. She's a fraud.
I get that, but we can't ask these women not to stand 10 toes down and get paid like
exactly.
But we can't.
You're right.
Put no women.
How much is it? So how much is enough? I mean, how much is enough?
But I'm sure like
gonna make.
No. That's not what they're trying to do. But I agree with ADP. They do have a backup plan because you bringing in the Angels and you mixing them in with the NECAs and the Satus and the Fees. I'm sure they got something for the older players, but they're not going to compromise the future for the older players. It don't make sense. I mean, as much as I respect the older players, because you have to move forward, and so I'm sure they're compromising to an extent where they will help the older players. I'm sure.
Okay, you're an older person,
right?
So when it comes to your money, what you doing? I'm gonna be like, oh well, okay.
No, but no. What I'm saying is no. I said no. I'm saying they compromising as far as they have something for the older players. It's just not. But at the same time, they looking towards the future. They're going to get. I think they're going to have a package where the older players. I'm sure they think about the older players. Getting a certain like a severance package or the benefits after they retire or something like that.
Yeah, I think some of the things that they asking for, like the retirement package, so on and so forth. And they bread right now.
Play basketball.
That would help them.
Tina Charles want to play basketball during the time where she can make some money.
I'm
You
saying
don't want
even
to.
like think of the veteran minimum.
I'm talking about the players like Sloot who might not come back because she knows she got an knee injury, and
She want
other
to play,
players.
obviously.
But ain't nobody.
Yeah,
It depends on the team. Nobody want to pick her. The sky, the sky is just incompetent.
that's
No,
the
no,
next
I'm
catch.
just
That's
saying.
the next catch 22. But
Exactly.
for those players though, that I mean, because let's keep it trill, right? If you put good tape out there the season prior, well, a team that might be tanking or just like how the Connecticut Sun did with Tina Charles. Hey, well, we need a vet and you can still get buckets. We tanking anyway. You know what I mean? We'll throw a bag at you. Look, they could let's say that the $2 million contracts was in play right now. The only person on their roster that would be getting that would be the oldest player on their roster right now, Tina Charles. You get me?
Exactly.
And so there would be other teams around the league that would be in similar circumstance situations where they're not really trying to win because they want their good draft picks, but they also like how I think I can't think of the league, but like you're required to use up a certain amount of your salary. You can't just like use all minimum contracts and save bread. You got to use up a certain percentage of the salary cap. So if that's like also something they got to do in the W2, well, hell, I got to pay out. I got to give out this $3 million. Well, here, let me get a vet, Tina Charles. Here you go, $2 million for you, and I'm gonna just fill out the roster, and we still gonna suck. But I got Tina Charles. I mean, I could put her on the marketing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think what's being missed in the idea that they're bringing the younger players. This is what's happening right now. The backup plan for the WNBA is that the owners don't want to break. The owners are going to break before the players do because they need the players. Right now, they're looking for a weak corner, a weak edge to figure out who can we infiltrate to break down these negotiations. The NBA had they infiltrated it last negotiations, and they brought down the amount that they would be able to pay players with the what's called luxury tax and whatnot. It was supposed to be a lot more than that, right? Now the WNBA tried that with Courtney and Natisha Heidemann. They tried, seeing if they can, how much money, like what's the price tag, right? Is it fame? Is it fortune? What is it that's going to get you to betray the rest of the people in your league, right? They tried that with Dave Portnoy because, as we know, the commissioner and Dave Portnoy, she's a follower of him, right? So that was a thinly veiled effort to see how are these older players, how much do we have to give them to make them break away from the status quo? It didn't work. Luckily, it didn't work. But I think that what we're going to see is the younger players who are more experienced with ghosting these multi-million-dollar deals if it doesn't look right are the ones who are going to help them put them on game and be like, hey, you don't have to take this deal. You can look over here. That's why they have Stewie and Fee at the table as well, because they made over $28 million in one half season as long as the WNBA. So they know how the business works. They know how you can pay your players, 30% more of the revenue or
Tiff, you
more.
talking about what they did in Unravel?
Yeah.
Tiff, think about that. Do you think that knowing that in the back of their mind, like, hey, if we don't play, we don't have a season, y'all got something y'all got going on outside of us, and that they're thinking of that favorably as that's something that, yeah, we're sitting here negotiating with a couple of people who got something else going on that they will benefit if we don't have a season. That's not in their favor in the
Look
negotiation.
favorable for the players. I don't care about the owners. I really don't care about corporations neither, although I work for one, right? The players are thinking, okay, we got Bill Gates, y'all got Kathy, but we got Bill and Melinda over here. We got Steve Jobs over here. We got Mark Zuckerberg over here. Try us if you want to. So that's the thing. Like when you have players who have their own shoe deal on NBA 2K covers as second-year players, no MVP, no machine behind them, of course the players are going to want to get to know them, get close to them, talk to them. That's why you see more younger players at the CBA meetings instead of the old heads. All right? Tina Charles wasn't there. Tosh Howard was not there, although she lived in Indiana. Okay? Sloot was at home doing whatever Sloot doing at home. And the young players were there to show the league that, hey, Try us if you want to. But we got A, B, C, and D who got multi-million-dollar contracts. Tell us we don't know what we talk about. It's chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
No, you right on.
You're right.
You right on that, but I just think that at the end of the day, Tiffy, Kathy Engelberg is responsible for the shit show that's going on right now, for the confusion that's happening right now, for the negotiations should be smooth. Listen, $4 million not enough. A top scale play. No, these girls not stupid. No, $4 million is not enough. Now, I could see if they were trying to cap it at 6, maybe, Tiffy Cole, maybe $8 million, okay? To just start, all right? Because you got 2 expansion teams coming, then you got 2 more that's coming, then you got 3 more that's coming after that. So 5 expansion teams after this next 2 are supposed to be coming to the WNBA all the way up to 2032.
Now, bro, Claude.
Go ahead.
That's let them have it. Whatever the monetary number that would make them happy as a possibility. I haven't heard nobody speak to this, but I know in my mind as it comes to certain leagues, I keep thinking of the XFL and the USFL, right? Where those 2 leagues keep coming to my mind. I understand that it is the likelihood of it ever happening for the W is far-fetched, but let's just say that they make the owner's cave to get what they want, and then they're paying out. You can't make money come out of nowhere, right? Whatever the case may be, it's just all speculative and hope. And if they go in the red and they don't get out of the red, I would put it to y'all. What do you think that the billionaires would want to do, like to save their losses?
Stop,
cut tail and run.
No, stop,
cut tail and run.
No, stop. Do you know how much money have been made and accelerated in the last year, season 1, and the most of the season is gone? We in game 32 that the WNBA has generated, along with the new negotiated deal, TV deal. Okay, all right. Along with, they're selling more jerseys than they ever sold in lifetime, and their women, Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Nafisha Kaya, Asia Wilson, they selling more jerseys than the damn men.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now, their jersey are selling more than the men's. So, do you know how much money that is? Do you know how much money that vendors that's inside of each and every stadium is? Do you understand how much the parking is in the lots? You got to know every single, see, I'm a businessman. You got to understand every single thing. They looking at all that shit. See, people like Angel don't miss nothing like that. Caitlin, they ain't missing that the man that's at the door, you know what I'm saying? He getting paid too. It's money. They gotta pay for that. They gotta pay for everything when they hit that door. In the stadium, the teams are making that money. Everything. Down to the Coca-Cola pops. You got what I'm saying? So they're getting a percentage off of every single thing while you're at that game. Nothing is independent without the WNBA and the NBA touching it.
Right. They make money. They make money. Go ahead.
They are making do you understand how much? I don't give a fuck about what they talking about, that they was in the red. That's just like Tiffany Cole say, they writing that shit.
Right.
She telling the truth. I know, I've been around the pigs. I'm telling you what they do. I know these people. You feel what I'm saying? These type of people that are getting in and they call it accumulative funds, right? You got cumulative funds that you take it and you stash it away. Those funds, the raw money, the dollar. See, All right, the tapping of the card, that's electronic. The paper, Wody, I'm a businessman. The paper, you could say whatever came in on the paper. See that? You see how magic I just blew your fucking mind off? The paper is have always been they out. That's why they have taken so long not to be electronic, not to have it all on card. Right now, we were supposed to be off the card in 2012. We supposed to have been digital. Right now, we supposed to have been digital. They've been trying the digital over there in Atlanta. Whoever live in Atlanta, y'all know ADP. They've been doing the digital in ADP, the digital trial for years. Is that right, ADP?
Yeah.
So they already, the reason why is this government is crooked. So the paper, you can hide paper. You can't hide imprint. Do that make sense, Wody?
You can hide paper, you can't hide imprint, you said.
You can't hide imprint. You could go and have somebody keyboard it and do whatever, but it's still a imprint. You got what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying.
A data process.
That's why when it did that, you did what you said that does reference back to earlier part of the conversation, and when I said that the only thing though is I don't know, they're not letting anything slip per se from the players. I guess that's part of also the non-disclosure, right? But with some of the things that's being said in that meeting, but because it's still up in the air to me is are they showing them what the rating, so on and so forth, is the sales, like they want to see all these things. Like I would assume the stuff that they get they're privy to, right? And if that's part of the reason they're looking like, well, dang, this looks good, you should pay us. And then the owners is on the flip side, whatever. And I'm just mind y'all, I'm saying this for all possible scenarios because I'm one of those people when I look at it, I like to see how all both sides of the argument can be made so I can have a better, clearer understanding, right? The one thing that I could see that could be a potential holdup is the owners be like, hey, we can throw you the money, but we don't want to give too much up on this end. And the players, like I said, those three factions, one faction out of those three, the NIL babies, which it don't really too much matter to them. They going along, but there's things they would like to see in the future, right? And the OGs on the back end is like, well, the bread matter the most to me. Is like, hey, look, I'm with y'all, but we still, if this the only thing that's holding the negotiations, we can acquiesce on that. If we gonna get $4 million, $3 million, like, bro, we was just getting paid $250. Like, come on, let's not be stupid.
Check this out. Tiffy Cole, I want you to answer this. Yo. Check this out. You too, Miss D. Check this out. Wody,
yeah.
You think that Angel walk up to the popcorn stand, the chips, and the hot dogs, and ask them how much they made? They done made $12,000 that night, on that day, on that time in the stadium. Just in one day, they done made 12 at that vendor stand, bro. And these girls only getting $60,000 a year. And they got 44 more times to get that type of money. Come on, Wody.
22 each stadium, 22.
Well,
22. And I know
they
this is just for the sake of conversation.
They're supposed to go up to 52 games, right?
Yeah, but this just for the sake of the conversation too. The vendors got to get a part of that bread. The people that went to work that day got.
The vendors getting the
so everybody that showed up to work got to get paid too. So that's why I know, I'm like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know they like, well, I know they're up there. They probably ran the numbers and they like, the owners are probably thinking I can kick up to this amount and still probably make something. And they probably even being stingy on that. That's all I'm saying. I can see that.
Wody, you must be a capitalist, because let me tell you something. If an organization that won a championship in 2021 broke their attendance record in half a season with rookies, 2023. That means every single seat is filled, or 70% of the stadium is filled. Half of those people are paying to park their cars. Another half of those people are eating there. Now, after that record-breaking year, they doubled the ticket prices, which means everything they made last year in Chicago, not including the other places, we just talked about Chicago right now, doubled. So when the revenue and the revenue, I'm not talking about profit, when the revenue of a stadium doubles, why, at least at the bare minimum, doesn't the players' salary double? And next year, when you have bigger names and you'll have other teams, people are more invested. When Connecticut comes to town, it's going to be filled. When the Vouts come to town, it's going to be filled. So the revenue again is probably going to double. Now go back to the rookie year. That's 4 times as much in 2 years, 4 times as much the revenue that then they were seeing. And yet the rookies and everybody are still making the same amount of money. That doesn't make any sense.
Diabolical. That's diabolical. I'm a capitalist, but I'm just saying that's diabolical.
I'm glad you said it, because as far as I'm seeing, ain't nothing wrong with making some money now.
No, but I'm saying even as a capitalist, it doesn't make sense, because guess what? What happens if the players decide, oh yeah, we're gonna take a little bit of money, the quality of play is gonna go down. We saw what happened at the All-Star game, and everybody was complaining, oh, why aren't they playing hard? They're just chucking up shots. Pay the players. You want them to put on a good product, but you want to give them peanuts and Skittles for their paycheck rise.
Absolutely.
Y'all gave us 2 million views, although Cece wasn't there. Well, here's a free T-shirt. No, give them girls that money. Give them their money. And that's why it has to be a percentage and not a cap salary, because in the years where they do very well, they deserve to make 10, 15 times as much. And in the years where it's not as good, then only give them 8 times as much. You cannot expect the product to be increasingly good and expect the pay to stay stagnant. That's not fair. And even if you are a capitalist, that's not fair in business, because if you're doing business with somebody else, you don't want to say, yeah, I really enjoyed the fact that, you made a lot of money for me at the stand, right? You're working at the stand. Like, oh yeah, 10,000 people bought hot dogs today, but we agreed that you're only going to get as much as if 200 people bought. Thanks for the product. Thanks for the traffic. We're going to keep the rest. That's not fair. And when they start giving you hot dogs that is made out of Play-Doh, don't be crying.
Don't be mad.
No, wait, hold up.
Don't be mad.
Hold up.
Don't be mad.
You're looking for a quality product and you paying for Play-Doh hot dogs.
I mean, yeah.
But you know what? Right. I agree with you, Tiffy.
Don't be mad.
Right. I agree with you. I agree with Tiffy, because revenue sharing, I think they said 9%. You got to raise that up. And we don't want another player who was a Hall of Famer do a documentary and say that a janitor, with no disrespect to the janitor, that the janitor make more money than they did. Yes. I mean, we talk about Donna Taurasi, and it's very sad that she had more than them. Exactly, Ellie is making more than them for the New York Liberty. So revenue sharing, they asking for it. Come on now, like Broclaw said, the hot dog stand, the tickets, scanner, everything is accounted for, and they should get every percentage of everything that's going on in that stadium. You got the jersey sales; they don't even get their own jersey sales. I think that's kind of crazy. So if they could do that, they could even it would benefit the veteran players if they can get all the revenue
back at bare minimum the damn jerseys. I mean,
exactly.
I mean, seriously, bro.
Exactly.
They can't get that jersey sales.
Exactly. No, all of that. Now if I'm speaking personally from my own personal feelings, I'm with that. Like all of those little amenities of sales and so on and so forth that can potentially go to them. I'm with that, right? I think the thing that's holding it up is that percentage split. I think that is because something that Real Money said is not totally related, but that prior comment he made me think of something he said, that no job in history has jumped from 225 to millions, right? And even 4 times and 5 times in the money is a significant jump. That is a significant jump, right? You say you went from a quarter mil to a mil or 2 mil, whatever the case may be. I do think the hold up though is the percentage split, is potentially that percentage split. That may be the sticking point.
But you got to think.
And then again, what to go to other related point, why also that may be a sticking point, right? Where the owners maybe feel like they're being fair, like, hey, we were giving you 9%, we'll go to 20%, right? And where you've got the people that are negotiating, like, well, I got other stuff going on. Nah, we ain't with it, because I got something else going on. I can play hardball all the way out. Give me everything I want, or I ain't with it, because we can just go play over in my league, or I got endorsements over here, or they're gonna pay me overseas. All the people that sitting at the table. And I think in some ways, it may be that the players are willing to play hardball because they have what we will say leverage, but they have other stuff going on. But that doesn't benefit though the end of the bench, the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th women off the bench. They the ones that suffer. And that's what, again, I think they don't care if they per se suffer. They're gonna get bread. But I don't think that they really per se care if they do. Right. Saying they're gonna be right. Once I get mine, everybody's kind of out for self.
No, it doesn't make any sense, because they're not negotiating for themselves as individuals. They're negotiating for the whole league. That's like saying before they're getting paid like they were a Toyota Camry. But now that they're recognized, now that they're being marketed correctly, they should get paid like a Maserati. That's the reason Kathy doesn't want to market these players. Because if you don't market them, you don't have to pay them. But when they are recognizable, when there are other brands outside Sprite and all these other companies that will give them multi-million-dollar checks, of course you're not going to pull up with a Maserati getting put regular gasoline. You better put that diesel in there, and diesel's going to cost more. Stop playing with these people. Like, you can't act like these are no names anymore. This is Nafisa Collier. This is Alyssa Clements, who had 3 double-doubles in a row. Stop playing with these people. And even the
that's
people.
Why I like a motorcycle, Tiff, because you get more for your gas.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're trying to use them and act like it's nobody's playing. They're trying to play in their face like we don't know players' names. Maybe a couple years ago, you only knew Aja, Stewie, and Sabrina. But now, since these players have learned how to market themselves, you could pick anyone who watches WNBA and they could name at least 3 players on each team. You can't pay them like they're working at the hot dog stand no more.
That's right, Tiffany. Pay these ladies.
Listen, I'm going to bed. I got to get up in the morning. I got the morning review in 7 hours. I'll see y'all at the morning Monday review. I'll see you. Go over to my channel and watch the Trash Out Room on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Go to the Full Court Trio with me, K-Sap, Keisha, and the special guest. Also, I would like for y'all to go to the Players Club with my favorite player, the Smurf, Minion herself, Sister Keisha, Real Talk, That Is Sports. Talk That Is Sports, Real Talk, Talk That Is Sports. Yeah, that's it. I'm just sleepy right now. Y'all go over there, man, check it out. But most of all, y'all, support ADP and Miss D. Hit the like button, god damn it. Hit the like button, share this page, this channel, and please continue to support our brother at Simply Ball Dropping Podcast with my main man, K-Sap, the network's work. And I appreciate everybody at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll see y'all at 10.
All right.
See you in the morning.
All right, big bro.
I gotta get up. Well, I might as well stay up. 5 o'clock will be here before you know it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Last
I be
word,
going to
Dan.
bed. I be going to bed odd hours anyway. I work weird hours, so I go to bed odd hours.
So okay, what's your last word on this subject? So I like what Tiffy's. I like some of the points you was making to a Wody and ADP and Tiffy. But yeah, if we know who they are. I mean, Unrivaled made $28 million. They showed the WNBA how to market your players, and I think that they might be sabotaging on purpose because they don't want to play the players. But you have to do the revenue sharing. They have to be a part of the ticket sales for the jerseys. Whatever go like I said, whatever money they make from each game and throughout the stadium, they need to get some share of that. So. But what's your last point on that? Anybody? I will close it out. Brody, Tiffy,
Hey, I
ADP.
think
I didn't know George Lucas's wife was black.
Yep.
Let him go ahead and buy the
Been-
scalp.
Yep.
here you
all,
come
all
with
these
here you
years.
come with the random.
But go ahead.
George
But go ahead. No, it's okay.
Here you come with the random.
What you
George
think,
Lucas,
Brody?
the movie producer.
Yep.
You talking about?
Yep.
I thought I seen that he was with a black.
Mhm.
You,
He been married to her for years. But go ahead.
So is she winning? Just like how Eve got her the white dude, is she technically winning because she got a white dude?
No, not winning. Eve ain't winning either. No, I mean, they found love. I mean, it's love. I guess. I don't know.
I'm being messy.
Uh, so what's your thoughts about
Well,
hello, how you doing?
I was saying,
Thank
I
you.
hope in all, I hope it does work out for him. It was just most of these points that I was bringing up was to open up another line of thinking for people, because we all are looking at it in some ways with the product that we enjoy, that we want our favorites to get what they desire, what they ask for, so on and so forth. Only with the idea though of some of these things that I see people communicate talk about online, just other ways to think about it, like what might be going on, because we don't know what may potentially be going on. And I think again, there'll be a lot they will acquiesce, but I think the percentage might be like I was saying earlier, that might be the one sticking point. That's all. Y'all have a good one. Bless up.
All right. Take care. Thank you for coming up. So Tiffy.
Yeah, go ahead, George Lucas. I think that I was shocked. I knew her name. I had never seen her before. I just saw a picture.
That's tip because you missed case out. Oh my God, DBlock. I think they had started like 2 in the morning or something. We was up to about 4 that day, but they had mentioned it up there about his wife.
I missed it. I kept on hearing about her, but I was listening to it like as a podcast, so I really did not. I never seen a picture of her. She's pretty.
Yeah, she is pretty. Right, she is pretty.
And she needed telling about it. T, come on now, free us from Jeff and Michael's sister. Please. Yeah, as far as like the revenue sharing and all that, or the thoughts on everything, I think that Kathy Engelbert is a rat. She is two-faced, and she should not be running the WNBA. I think everybody's worried about, and it is a valid concern. Like some players may want to take the money, others may want to sit out. Sitting out helps the players in the long run, and I think that even if they sit out for a month, the money that they're gonna make from sitting out after they get those contracts is gonna be more than they would have made playing 10 more seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just an account. Like if I don't care if they have to sit down and the math majors have to go through it and show the old heads, hey, like you're gonna be set if you just wait it out, right? Um, but I think the bigger threat to the WNBA's success and the players ultimately is Kathy Engelbert, because you can't. We've seen the way that she is manipulating and pushing these narratives right now without the CBA at play. It's going to be much worse when these players are able to make multi-million dollars a year. So I just feel like the players, I don't know, that might even be a sticking point. We don't know, because we know that they were talking about refs. We know that they were talking about like retirement and revenue sharing, but honestly, it might be personnel too. They might be wanting Kathy out just the same as the rest of us, because I find it funny every single time the players, even Sophie, you know, I don't like her. Even Sophie calls out Kathy. And I was like, when you got Sophie, who was definitely on that side socially against you, sister, Kathy, baby, you might have to ask Jeff who he's using to help move his stuff out from his office. Because the players, one thing is clear, the players do not like Kathy at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say,
go ahead, Tiff.
no, I was gonna say, to land my plane, keep an eye out for Kathy. Whoever she's trying to cozy up to, whoever she's trying to like, whichever owners and whatnot, whatever game she starts showing up at, it's a weak link on that team that she's trying to infiltrate.
I believe it. Yep. That makes sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, we'll see how she play it out, but I hope they negotiate more. I know what Max say $1 million, hopefully even more, and add the older players so they won't be affecting the how much they make down the line. I mean, make sure the older players get their get something in it, so they won't be
I think they sat down and it's older players, new players. They done sat down together and thought about this thing and how they gonna react. You remember during Unrivaled, they had already set up that they weren't gonna get what they want, and they setting up for that, that lockout or whatever. So I think overall they have been getting together. I think it's a team effort. It's a we are gonna stand together effort. But like Tiffy said, be careful, because we're seeing it. We're seeing Kathy is dropping those receipts right in front of our face. So we can't say we know what we wasn't aware of. If somebody try to act up and try to be an op, we don't know who it is. Because she's showing it. She's not hiding it. But at the end of the day, they need to pay these women, and these women need to continue to stand 10 toes down, because this is everybody's, not just their future, but the future players coming in. And I don't think they plan. I really don't.
yeah. I mean, I
Because it's
agree.
like, in it, being real, not everybody, but majority of them, when they're speaking about the CBA, they're saying the same thing. Why bring in 2 new teams when you can't even handle the teams you have now? And what I mean by handle is you have no respect for your players. You want them to play and shut up.
And that's why they know. Look, you bring in new teams, so that means that you're making money. So that means give me my money, give me the revenue share, and quit telling me we not making no money. Because obviously we making money because you keep bringing in new teams. That don't make sense to bring in new teams if you want to, getting making something. Come on now. If a rival made $28 million, how much you think the WNBA made? Especially with the jerseys. Come on now.
And I'm like Tiff, I'm excited. I am happy. I'm be hyped up. Do I need to have a T-shirt for that? We ain't gonna depend on W. Make them
You're right. You
shirts.
should.
And we have some T-shirts. Do I need to make my my artist flyer? And
Exactly.
so we got to we got to stand together with them on this. Look, we got the market, pay our players too. or whatever and stuff. But I could tell, Tiffany and Miss D when feed that you guys know that face. You know that face when you like, man, she full of ish. When
Right.
during the All-Star weekend. And it was so crazy. Even they had the crowd involved. It's bigger than we think, and it's a different ball game. So they gonna get what they want. I don't care what nobody say. They might not get all of it, but they gonna get pretty much what they're asking for,
They
as
should.
they should. And
Real
as
quick,
like,
though,
new players. Oh, okay. They place everybody. You can get but the good players that they cannot be replaced. They play. Everybody could play the game, but it's a different effect. And you don't have when you get those dogs, you better hold on to them because it's not for so many that's gonna last. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, Miss D. Change
Yeah,
is coming. Good
it
change is
is.
coming.
But yeah, this is a good show. I enjoyed everybody in the chat, and of course, Tiffy, her insight, and I really appreciate it. ADP, hey, another D block,
Yeah.
and Woody Mac had some good
Sorry,
points, but that's Woody, and then, of course, Bro
I know.
Fraud, thank you for coming up. But yeah, everybody in the chat, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, they did.
Anything else?
All right. How you gonna end it, Miss D?
Uh, I just let me see. Hold on. What my outro. I can't even say it. But I appreciate you guys and have a good morning. Thank you, Tiffy, and thank you, ADP, and peace. Hold on.
Peace.
All
Have a good
right.
have a good
You too.
Monday, everybody.